All right, we're back. Hopefully she's still
Jazz
there.
hands.
Is she still there?
Jazz hands.
Did she leave? Jazz
Jazz hands.
Hi, our only
Believe
viewer.
me.
Hey, so I
And
do
you're
want to tell you guys
welcome.
something. Do you remember the other day I posted? What is that? Oh, damn Twitch. All of a sudden I start talking. I'm hearing myself talking. I'm like, what's going on here? Remember the other day I posted on the other Discord. I said, hey, we're at 39 viewers. You know, we really need to get some. If anyone knows anyone, blah 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 blah. Well, it worked.
Really?
We're down to 38.
Yep, I was just going to say, it's the thing. We lost one.
We lost one.
Yay, go Jim! Yay!
So if I just keep on doing this, we'll be down to us. Begging doesn't work apparently. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing.
No one likes a needy caster.
I will tell you,
I heard Twitch is a tough one to break.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you what, and since we're just sitting here talking, Twitter has completely broken my will.
You mean X?
Whatever. It is broken.
That's what it's on my phone. It's X.
I don't want to get on it anymore. Anytime I post on it, I get no views or anything. It's just dead.
Everyone
and I can't figure a way to get anything else going right now. Like, I'm having trouble. I don't know what to do. Like, I tried to get onto Meta, and I've only gotten a couple people to even see anything on there because there's no hashtags or anything. Like, I don't know what to do. So if you guys come up with an idea or two, like, I would love that. But
what about Instagram? I mean, once you
we've got one, but I just don't do stuff on there. And
but maybe that's where you should be pushing more is on Instagram.
Do we post on Facebook?
Because that's where all the kids are on.
Instagram?
Here's the kids, she says.
Do we want the kids?
Well, I'm on Instagram.
Watch us.
So.
I think we're more of an older people.
We're more of an acquired taste.
We're seasoned veterans.
Jana likes us for some reason. I don't know why.
You're welcome.
We all know why.
We all know why.
You're welcome.
There's only
it's
one
because
reason.
of Rebecca.
It
is. That's right.
See, no one likes
my accent.
Us, so we don't.
Hey, you know what? I don't have anything ready, by the way.
Perfect.
I am seriously just like today. I came home and nothing was working, and I was trying to get everything ready, and I didn't.
Listen.
Okay.
I've had a really rough week, so I get it.
We're gonna get this going here.
Let's shake it off.
Here. Yes.
Let's just have fun and die.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we can still talk for a couple minutes. It's only 2 minutes after.
There's Instagram alerting me on my phone.
Yes. Are you on Instagram a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Good. You can be in charge of it.
Okay.
I'll give you the thing for it. I'll just make you a user, and you freaking have a ball.
Okay.
I just can't.
Yeah.
Instagram to me just doesn't work, and I mean that doesn't work, but I just don't know what to do with it.
I'll just figure out what to post.
Like I had figured out what to do with Twitter. I kind of started figuring it out, and I was getting a foothold, and things were going, and I was getting like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views, and then all of a sudden it's like crashed.
Well, what a lot of the other podcasts and streams do is they literally clip and make little clips of their shows to post of funny moments. It's the kind of thing we've said since the beginning. We need to be able to like pick out little bits.
The problem is I can't do all of it.
Right.
Like I can't spend hours with editing and all this other stuff, and like I'd have to have somebody else do it. I just can't. There's just no time in my.
You can grab from Twitch pretty easy.
Right.
Yeah.
You can make little clips from Twitch.
Okay.
So if somebody can do it, that'd be awesome.
That's what I'm saying. If somebody can do it, send it to me. I'll put it out there on Insta.
And you know me, I have no problem if you need stuff designed to make it look pretty.
Yeah, and if you make stuff look pretty, put our logo out on Instagram. I mean, like, because I've already sort of set up my, like, podcaster Instagram, and I follow, like, Sometimes You Crit, and I mean, not Sometimes You Crit, I have, like, Critical Role, and I
follow them. Those guys are idiots.
Those guys, I hate them, but no.
Those guys are idiots.
Like Critical Role. I follow like, RPG podcasts on there. So we just got to get people to follow it.
Right. So there's going to be a way that I can make you like a user
on
it. So let me work on that.
Yeah.
And I'll do that.
And then I will sort of start doing research on how to get.
Okay. I really appreciate it. Because I just am like, and like I look at like Twitter and I open it and I just get disgusted and I just turn it back off again. I just can't get on there anymore.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
I open
It's
up my phone and I'm
barren.
like, what is this X on my phone?
It's barren. Okay, so one more thing. My son is so since he lives in your crappy town, Rebecca, he lives in Gainesville, and he is, almost every apartment complex in Gainesville is like set up like a dorm. So he lives with a couple guys, and then they've got like a week time when basically you can't live. You can't live anywhere. You just have to get out of your apartment and come back a week later.
Yeah.
So he's coming down here tonight. So he's going to be here for a week, but he should be here right around the time we usually break, right around 8-ish, I'm guessing. But if he does get here a little bit earlier, I'm just going to pause just for a couple minutes to say hi to him, and then I'll come back and we'll continue.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
All right, because my dogs are going to go apeshit when he walks in the door.
Oh, yeah,
so
we'll know it.
you'll know. Trust me, you'll know.
Just a heads up, Lorgare reported on our Twitch stream that there's an echo, and I can definitely hear it in Jim when I listen to the Twitch stream.
Oh, hold on.
I don't hear it on the Discord.
All right, let me see.
That's probably
turn.
me. How about now?
Well, we're not talking, so he's not getting anything.
I was going to say, if we're all silent, they're not going to be as much as anything.
Oh, I have to transition.
Is it still there? I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and keep on talking and see if you can hear that. We can't hear you because you muted yourself, but is that better? Is it worse? Is it?
Oh, you can't hear me now?
No. Cole did. It's good now?
Sound good. Yep.
All right. What was it, Mark?
I was listening. It sounds
I
good now.
unmuted one of my settings thinking I needed to, but apparently I didn't.
Gotcha. Okay. So I don't have like a
Yeah, the
question.
only recap I can really say is we got in a fight. We went 6 rounds of combat. That's like.
Well, now remember, we've been in a fight.
We ripped those jackholes.
You're the last half of the fight. So
This is part 3, is it not?
It's what?
This is part 3.
Yes, part 3.
Do we really need a recap for this?
Yeah, I say we jump right in.
Just go.
We could jump.
We don't want Chris. Okay, so I need a question. Chris, are we going to talk about you or not?
Maybe if we do, we can bring it up in the recap episode that we'll be doing after.
Yeah, well,
Are
yeah,
we
in the recap
that?
episode, just say it's like my last episode.
Oh, well, cat's out of the bag now.
Oh, yeah, whoops.
Well, I was thinking that I could make a question of the week that would pertain to you.
Okay, what is it?
So
if you wanted to.
Well, like I said, you can probably do that for episode 53.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, whatever you want.
All right, so then somebody give me something for this one. Is this going to be? Are we going to get a TPK? How's that?
That's a good one.
Yes.
Up or down on a TPK?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to make it up here. What? That's what I do anyways. Are we ready? Shh. Sorry, Jana, you didn't hear that. Everything is meticulously planned out.
Oh, please. She's heard me tell the truth.
He knows better than that.
Oh, God. I was sitting here tonight going, oh, my God, I don't have the stuff set up for the jackals. I don't have their stats. I don't have anything. Oh, wait, they're all dead.
They're dead. We're good.
So that's good. Thank
we
goodness.
got rid of your homework.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
I'll tell you right now, man, working stinks. Like, I do not think that anyone should have to do that. Like, get up in the morning to an alarm clock, go in, do stuff all day long, and then go home again.
Try not doing it for a couple years and tell me how much you love it.
Yeah, well, true. Ian may have a different story about that, but I give it a 1-star rating. Do not recommend.
Well, you had all summer off.
Yeah, but
it's a shock to your system.
It is. That's what it is. Once the year gets going, it's just normal. But man, the first couple of days of like kids there and you're talking all day long, you're like, okay, everybody just leave me alone.
You'll be fine.
Okay, Chris, we are going to do just the briefest of things, okay? The recap. I'll just send it to you.
Sure.
Is that okay?
He's like, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah,
We'll help you. We're going to help you with this one.
Literally, when you said we've gotten a fight, that's like, I don't know what else to tell you.
We're still
remember,
in the fight.
that was the second part of the fight.
We're still in the fight.
All the restless jackals have died.
Yeah,
It's down to
Jackals
this was rounds 3 through 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
Pebbles
Pebbles
running
hanging
around.
off the side.
This is episode what again?
50 something.
No.
52.
In the,
Oh, this is episode 6.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I named all the other ones Star Wars-ish things.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that, cool to do it like everybody else. But I did. Episode 50 is Blade Wars Part 4, No Hope. Episode 51, coming out tomorrow, is Blade Wars Part 5, The Inquisitor Strikes Back. And then this one is going to be Blade Wars Part 6. I forget what that one's going to be, but...
Yeah, you wouldn't tell us.
Return of something.
Return.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's right. You wouldn't tell us because we're like, what? And you're like, no.
Something. I forgot that I remembered that. Okay.
I forgot that I remembered that.
I forgot that I actually said that. Now I got to make something up that's going to come with that. Okay, here we go. Okay. 3, 2. Happy Friday and welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. We are here for the 52nd episode of Season 2. My name is Jim and I am your Dungeon Master. I'd like to introduce you to all of our players along with the question of the week. Very simple. TPK, yes or no? Let's start off with Rebecca.
Hell yes. I've got Gilly's death speech planned out for everyone. Hell yes.
Okay. Next up, Mark.
I don't know. It could go either way. It all depends. I think...
This is not a wishy-washy thing.
Yeah,
give us a yes or no.
I'm talking it out.
Okay.
Die or will someone live?
Yeah, I think someone might survive because based on our little chat that we had in Discord, it seems like there's lots of ideas to have at least one person survive. So maybe the whole team will survive. So I say no TPK.
Okay, and for those playing along at home, what they're talking about is them talking to each other on Discord, and I have been busy and I've been paying attention, so I have no idea what their plan is. We're going to figure it out tonight. Next up, we have Ian, who's probably muted.
Ian,
is he there?
Wake up.
Can you hear me?
Is he there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you? Okay. My computer's doing some weird stuff the second you started talking to me.
That's okay.
So I do not think there will be a TPK. I think not all of us will survive, but I think someone will get out.
Okay. I wonder who. And next up, we have Cole.
Hello. I think that, okay, my heart says no TPK, but my mind, after getting the feel of the room, says it might just happen.
The feel of the room. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. And finally, Chris.
I believe we will die. I believe everyone's going to die before Gilly so that when she does her speech, no one hears it and it's all wasted. That's what's going to happen. I will make it happen.
If a Furbolg barbarian falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it.
It'd be so funny. Chris is going to be Chris will be hanging on by 1 hit point, and Gilly's going to start his speech. He's like, nah.
No. Everyone seems to forget. I still have the tooth with the cyanide in it, and I will chomp that thing.
Ooh.
I never.
I'll be like, motherfucker, you gonna stay alive while I say this to you? I have something to say to you.
I completely forgot about that too.
Oh, it's still in my mouth from when we were captured. Hydra.
Lead with your blade, with your bear trap, and then finish with the capsule.
Yeah, you need to use
throw it at her foot.
I can't believe that Chris has not pulled that out yet.
Listen, do you know how much shit I caught for that?
I haven't seen you guys in 3 weeks. I've had 3 weeks to plan this speech, and Chris is going to take it away from me.
Par for the course, Gil. Deal with it.
Chris is going to shove the cyanide capsule in Gilly's mouth just so he doesn't have to hear it.
FYI, we're already a fifth of the way there. Trax is down. Trax is, I believe, has a failed death save already. Yep. He's unconscious at the moment.
I'm getting there.
Nobody revived the healer. Come on, let's go.
I'm not the only healer.
I'm on the way over.
Okay, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen tonight. All right, so we still need ratings and reviews. I got a little tear coming out of my eyes. That's funny. We mentioned this at the end.
Welcome back, boys.
I mentioned it all the time. We haven't played together in 3 weeks. This is just fun getting back and talking to each other. Whatever. After stop, give us a rating review. We would love that. We also like
that's why they drop us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please go ahead and give us a rating review. No, I use my teacher voice. Do it now. We are still an affiliate for FanRoll. If you go to our Discord server or our Linktree, which is Linktree/sometimes YOU crit, we have links to their site. If you use the code sometimes Y10, you'll get 10% off your purchase. I almost said 1%. I don't know why. I was like, that would be really cheesy.
Wow.
I can't think tonight. I'm so sorry. Okay, so every week we roll for a recap at the end of the show. 3 weeks ago, Chris rolled for the recap and didn't realize he had the recap until about an hour or two ago. So, Chris, go ahead and tell us what happened last week.
People died. The jackholes are all dead. We killed them. We killed the jackholes. We got an Inquisitor coming at us. Pebble's hanging on for dear life. I'm trying to heal the healer, but he's got a death wish. I don't know what's going on. Gilly's got her flashers going. Life is weird. So we're in it. We're gonna win it, or we're gonna die. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, we are gonna either win or you guys are either gonna survive or die. Oh gosh. All right. Thank you very much. All right.
I forgot I had the flashers on. Thank you.
Yes, the flashlights are on.
Oh, Nico didn't forget. Trying to get a closer look.
Never forget. Never surrender. Okay, so just to kind of set the stage for people at home, if for some odd reason you decided it was a good idea to start listening to us on episode 52 and you have no idea what's going on, they're all in this big underground cavern, basically. There's a sort of a little pondish of water that's sort of has a drop down about 15, 20 feet. Down there on the wall, Pebble is hanging on for dear life. He has the assassin's blade. To the southeast of that, there is a column. Behind that column has been Doran. Doran's been hiding behind that column for quite a while, but Doran can see from beyond the column to his book. It is your spell book, correct? And the spell book is on the spell book is on the other side of the water area, maybe about 10 feet or so away from the top of where Pebble is. Then we have a bunch of dead bodies everywhere. We have Nico, who looks like he's in pretty good shape with Fire Buddy. I don't think he's taken any. Have you taken damage off of your temporary?
My thing is not
correct.
No,
I'm full bore because I was hiding with Doran. I was on the edge of the cliff there, and when I saw tracks go down is when I decided to really get in melee range. Otherwise, we've been just hiding out, man.
Okay. Gilly is hurting. She's down a significant portion of her hit points. Let's just say that, because they can't see it. But let's put it this way: if we were to divide her hit points into tenths, she would have one of them left. Actually, less than one of them. In front of her is a really, really, really mad Inquisitor. Who is, I think, just took a big old chop at you. On the other side, so she's flanking the Inquisitor with Trax. Excuse me, she's not flanking the Inquisitor because Trax is laying on the ground going, me, 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 me. Trax has already, and Trax has already failed one death save, correct?
So he has to be conscious. He has to be conscious.
Yes.
Has to be conscious. Yes.
Yes, he's unconscious with one failed death save.
Push him backwards and let him tabletop over Trax.
And then
it's not a bad idea.
Sort of on the other side of where there is a another thing of water is Pyre. Pyre, who is the former Pyre's there too, by the way. The former god whose abilities and power, or most of his the big stuff, abilities and power are trapped inside of the blade. So we are going to the top of, what turn is this?
Round 7.
Round 7.
Wow.
So round 7 begins. The first thing that happens is everyone starts to feel, maybe not everyone. Doran, you start to feel an incredible amount of heat. And if I could move this, why you had me switch this? How now I can't switch back?
Are you on the selection instead of the measurement tool?
I want to go. I'm on selection, but I want to go change the level.
Of the layer?
Yeah,
I believe there's new layer stuff on the lower left. You can
lower
change layers. I haven't seen the GM.
map.
It's-
Oh boy, I got to go back to.
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
can't deal with this one. I'm sorry. It's really
fair.
weird to see that. So, let me go back to the other
On the menu,
interface.
so opt out of.
Just the UI interface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Whoo, there we are. We're back. Let me
Wrong
go
time to
back
experiment with Roll20.
Yeah. Well, sorry. My bad. That was me. Yes. So let me go to my layer and so like I said, Doran, you feel an incredible amount of heat. And behind you on the other side, you see a fire giant melt through the wall.
I would like to revise my previous answer to the question of the day.
What would you like it to revise it to?
Yes.
We did.
I will say that you guys also recognize him.
Pebble doesn't.
Pebble does not
Really?
recognize him. He's not the big boy. He's the one you left behind. And for some odd reason, I can't see him on here. Sorry. Boy, if I had
He's all the way down at the bottom.
I can
bottom
see
right.
him. Yeah, he's in the far bottom right.
Right. No, I had something that was on here before. I just have to put his initiative on here, so I have him in the initiative tracker. Oh, I forgot these guys' initiatives stink.
So he's way down here in a corner?
Mm-hmm. He is in the southeast corner.
Okay.
And I think he just got added to it. Yes, so I'm going to put him into the initiative in the initiative order. Descending. So he is down near the bottom. Okay. So he's down near the bottom. He's southeast, and like I said, Doran, you could really feel the heat. All right. Now, from the other side, let me just make sure I'm doing this right here. Yeah. Okay. From the other side, you can hear Pyre just chuckling. And he drops another fireball. Right, if I can click on it, right near everybody. This fireball, however, is lightning.
Copycat.
He saw it and he's like, "Hey, cool. Let me ask you a question because of where he's dropping it, and I'm sure he would know this, but I don't know this. And since you're way smarter than I am, you can tell me this: is your book affected by anything?
It can
I feel
be
like no, but
dispelled. So
Okay.
I think it can be dispelled by dispel magic.
But it can't take
Let me double check.
damage, right?
Does it have AC and an HP?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I feel like it probably can't get damaged.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really tell me on D&D Beyond. So
If
I'll
it doesn't
have to look
have
it up.
if it doesn't have an AC and HP, then it can't be.
Right. I think it can only be dispelled.
Gotcha. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drop a lightning ball fireball here. It's going to be in the location that I'm placing it right here. I feel like Pebble, you're going to be protected from it because of oh, look at that. Yes. Even though you're in the zone of it, you're down the wall. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't think it would hit him because there's
Yeah.
a physical barrier in between them.
Right, he's down the wall. I feel like he would be protected from it there. Yeah, let's go with that.
Ian, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Ian.
I think
Lightning,
if it
guys.
was fire, it might hit me and might curve around. But since it's lightning, it's a direct
Lightning.
line. So you
Yeah.
screwed yourself there, Jim.
No, it's lightning damage. It's still a fireball. He's changed the damage, but I don't think it goes. I don't think that even fireballs go around like corners, and that would basically be a corner. It would have to go around.
I mean, the way it's described is it's centered on a point, so I'd imagine like the way it would work is it's not like the entirety of the radius happens at once. It comes
Correct.
from a single point. Because of that, I would say that it would just stay level with the floor. So since he's below floor level, it wouldn't hit him.
I'm good with that.
So am I.
Okay, so I'm going to roll the damage. Let me make sure that I have the right damage here. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I mean, it's a lot. Okay, so let me add it up here real quick.
What's the save on it?
You changed it from fire to lightning because of Nico, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
I'm just realizing that.
As a matter of fact, he did.
I mean, it's not really that much damage. So let's go
30.
ahead and do Dex saving throws.
If Trax is currently down, does he take this damage and take the... Okay, so make sure you mark down your death saves as...
I think it's going to be a double death save.
I think that's how that works.
It is.
That
Right.
means I'm dead because I already failed one.
No, it's a double death save if it's a crit, and since this is not a
He's not conscious.
right,
Yeah.
it's just a single failure on his
Oh
death
yeah,
save.
it is. It's an automatic fail.
It's an automatic fail on his.
It's an
death
auto
save,
fail.
Yeah.
and he loses
Are you
the
sure?
death
Okay,
save.
how about
I
this? Look it up while we go through the rest of the people. Okay, I think it is because he's down. It's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
you know
it
what?
is.
No, because like an attack with a blade is an automatic crit.
Right, that's what we're debating. Is it one
Right.
fail or two fails on his death save?
Right. So let me go through the other people in here, and if you can look that up, I'd appreciate it. And then we'll double check on it when it gets there. So first of all, Fire Buddy.
Everybody has to roll one. Okay.
Well, he's out in the field of battle.
That's right. Okay, fire buddy. I rolled a 14 for myself. So I rolled for him, and he got a 17. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so you're both taking 36.
What do I have to beat?
18 fire.
Oh, well, I rolled a 14
Wait,
plus 4.
that's why. Yeah, I need to know your number.
Right, I was.
Can
Listen,
you tell me what
it's been
the
3
roll
freaking
was?
weeks. Give me a second here. Christ.
Did I say Pyre was 18 or 19? I can't remember. I know that Cole wouldn't remember this.
Come on.
What are you, Cole?
Mine.
Mine's a
IRL.
19 because I think I
Yeah.
have a 22 or a 24. I think it's a intelligence, something like that.
Yeah, I think Pyre was a 19 also.
I
So
mean,
what-
if you want to leave it up to
Okay,
us, we
so-
can come up with a nice number.
I'm sure. What is your
So
total, Chris?
Fire buddy was 18 total. I went 19 total.
Okay, so he's gonna take all 36.
God dang.
You're taking 18.
Okay.
Gilly
19.
is taking 18, but that's gonna drop her.
I'm down.
And Trax is at least one. He's lost. Did we decide on a
Yeah, he's going to lose one death save.
one death save? Gotcha. Okay, so that's Trax's second failed death save.
Yep.
And that's Pyre's turn. Gilly,
Fire's a
death
real
save time.
Okay. I failed. Got a 5.
That's one failed death save. Trax.
Roll.
Yes.
This is it.
This is it. I don't think I have
Could be it.
inspiration anymore, do I?
We just started a session. I don't know if that counts. We decided at the end of the last battle it didn't count because we're still in battle.
Yeah, we were just using
That's what
one
it was.
inspiration
Yeah.
because it was one big
I
battle.
doubt that I have any inspiration left.
To tell you the truth, I'm not even sure you can roll inspiration with death saves. But I'm
That's
not
fine.
sure.
Yeah,
I may be wrong. I'm not sure.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
That's a DM call for
Yep.
anything.
Yeah,
but-
I'm good. I'm good. I just thought I'd ask. I'll just roll a straight
Mark's
roll.
like, here we go. Yeah, roll.
This is
Watch this.
exciting.
20 pop up.
And I threw my D20 on the floor. So I'm going
We
to
have
grab
forgotten
my
how
backup
to play
D20.
D&D, folks. I'm so sorry.
I got excited.
We're throwing dice on the floor. We're
15.
15.
Woo.
You have succeeded in your death save. 2 fails, 1 success. Okay.
Live to roll another round.
Live to roll another round. Pebble. Your turn. You just heard the explosion and the screams of your allies.
All right, so Pebbles gonna climb up a little bit, pop his head up over the edge,
Okay.
look behind him, see a fire giant coming first off,
Uh-huh.
look at Pyre, and tell him, you're not getting this blade unless my friends walk out of here. And then he's going to hold the blade, and he's going to say those magic words. Zahir Kale Diabolus Mortalis, to transport himself into the blade.
Pebble is gone from the field of battle.
Now the blade, which was in his hand, will now drop into the water, however deep that is, and Pebble's inside the blade.
So, one of two things. Well, you know what? You only popped up high enough to get your head above the edge, right?
Sure.
Yep. Blade is in the water. And I am going to remove Pebble to the GM layer. So Pebble is gone. Cole, you can see that, by the way, because you can see everything out of the book, right? All directions at all times.
I'm not sure if it's all directions at all times, but I can double check.
I'm going to tell you, you can see all directions at all times.
Great.
Let's go with that.
Now,
You
I don't
just
know.
saw-
I probably would want to talk to him when he's in there, but there's stuff I need to play out inside the blade during the battle, so I don't know whether you may want to keep me in initiative or not, but...
No, I'm going to keep you in initiative.
Okay.
I have you in the initiative order. Even though it looks like it removes you,
Correct.
I can still see you in initiative order.
Okay.
So that was your turn. You go there. So you're there. You pop in. You see Faletti, and she says, well, hello, darling. It's about time you made it back. And then we're going to move on with everybody else right now. Okay?
Go for it.
We'll get back to you. Doran, you are seeing everything. You looked around behind you. You see the fire giant, the one that was still remaining from the battle that you guys left behind. That's the one that's there. He doesn't look happy. You see Trax laying, bleeding. He's a little bit on fire. Oh, excuse me. He's not on fire. He's on lightning. You saw Gilly drop to the ground. You saw Nico take a little nick and Firebody get whacked.
Boy.
And Pyre seems to be grinning, and the Inquisitor. What is the Inquisitor doing? The Inquisitor is looking in your general direction of where you are. Not where the book is, but where you are. That general direction. What would you like to do?
Gosh, Jim, you just threw me a curveball, and I don't know how to react yet. All right, so
If you run away, I bet no one would notice.
Hey, so let me tell you something real quick. Here's the secret. Jim doesn't remember everything. So my plan was at the end of the last session, because I had the fire giants already set up there. I had the fire giant already set up. I was going to bring him on, and we had played, and there was so much, and there's so much action. I just stopped it, and I forgot to even bring him on. I was going to bring him on at the end of the last session, which would have been perfect.
Would have been helpful.
But it wasn't.
We spent 3 weeks planning.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, but you know what? This is just a little twist in the action. So, what would you like to do, Doran?
Cry?
Crying is a free action.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, all right. So I am going to move out this way. So that's
Can you remind
25
me?
feet?
I know that where you're at is perfectly fine. What is the distance you have to keep yourself within of your book?
300 feet.
Oh, gotcha. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to move over here.
Okay, so just
And
for people at home that can't see here,
I'm
he's
going
moving
to
to the
move to the
northeast.
right of the column that I've been behind across the little bridgey thing above the water that the blade just dropped into. Not to gather the blade, but to get a shot on somebody.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to take a shot at the Inquisitor here. I'm going to...
Did the Inquisitor
cast...
Did the Inquisitor take lightning damage from the lightning bolt, firebolt?
Yes, he did.
Firebolt? Okay.
Yes.
And he is bloodied, right?
No, he was, but then he got
He
damaged.
healed himself.
He healed himself.
Oh, I didn't know he healed himself.
Excuse me. He is bloody now. He did heal himself. Let me make sure I can give him his.
Crap.
He's
He
an
did
Inquisitor.
2 attacks and a heal all in one round. It's like second wind or something.
You know, something he can do 3 times.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to cast a firebolt at him, but instead of doing fire damage, I'm going to try to do bludgeoning damage.
All right, hold on one second. I've got it's not letting me change his thing. Okay, all right. Okay, so you're doing firebolt.
Yes, firebolt.
All right. All right, let me just make sure I have. And what is the save on this?
It's not a save. I missed. I rolled a 7, or I rolled a 16.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm going to shout at the fire giant behind me. Mr. Giant, what are your intentions with my life?
Okay. It has been said in his general direction. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Nico's in great shape. Feeling good. Feeling strong.
Stretching it out, feeling good. Here we go.
There's a lot of bodies around you, and there is an Inquisitor that is within 10 feet of you. Fire Buddy is spitting teeth out right now.
He is locked up.
So, yeah, what would you like to do?
Fire Buddy does his little fiery teleportation. Could I have him grab Gilly and teleport her body away?
I do not know. I don't remember everything that fiery teleportation said, because I remember it can do it for you. I just don't remember if it can do it with anybody.
Wouldn't you want?
I think it's a willing creature. I think it's described as a willing creature, and I'm not sure what that looks like.
If it says willing creature, I don't think that unconscious people are willing or unwilling, but I don't know the exact ruling on that.
I mean, the law.
Yeah, it does. So ready?
When the case
spirit.
is up,
Go ahead. Go ahead,
The
Chris.
spirit and each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleport to 15 feet to an unoccupied spaces you can see. Then each creature within 5 feet of the space that left the spirit must succeed on a dex saving throw against your spell.
Is there any way anyone could look up willing creature for 5e? I think.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you, as the only female in the room, unconscious is not willing.
You know what? I'm not looking up anything else.
So,
She's an unwilling creature.
yeah.
But D&D was written by a bunch of old men.
But listen,
Hold on. Old white guys say you are willing.
I was trying to save your life, God damn you.
I'm just like, I don't want to cross
it's for
that
your
line.
own good.
I understand, but
Nope.
just,
The second you said that's the ruling. The ruling is not a willing creature.
If you're able to heal her first, then she could become a willing creature.
No, I won't. You know what? I won't. Trax is catching a heal.
Trax is catching a heal?
The unwilling Trax who wants
The
to die is getting a bonus action healing
No,
word.
listen, I'm
his
just
face.
saying that unconscious is
No,
not willing. I'm
I'm
just
not- I
setting
am
the
not-
precedent. So
I am not arguing the point.
And
that
you know
is
what? I
fair.
would agree. But we've been friends for a long time, and I was trying to protect your unwilling body by saving it. By dragging your drunk dead ass around.
Okay, so you're going to do the
But-
healing word on Trax.
Yes, I am. Trax, congratulations. You don't need any more death saves. You get. Hold on. I'm the worst. I'm the worst today.
We've forgotten how to throw
One-
dice, where our dice
1
are.
and 5, 6 hit points.
6. Trax, you are at 6. Oh, I think I can. Oh wait, you have the you put an X on your body.
Yeah, he did.
I was waiting for someone to
He's
notice.
alive.
I didn't even. I was like, oh, I got to move that creature out of the way. It's got an X on it. Like, oh, that creature is Trax.
I was planning ahead.
All right,
And that was
Okay,
a
so
bonus action.
He's
So my
so
action
eager.
is
He's been
gonna
waiting
Okay, so-
for this for 20 episodes.
that's right.
I-
Bonus action.
firebolt. It's gonna-
Firebolt?
Yeah, my action is going to be a firebolt to the Inquisitor.
Okay,
And where's my D20? That is a 9 and 8, 17 to hit.
that is a miss.
All right, and that is my entire turn.
What about Fire Buddy?
5. I chose to forgo Fire Buddy because if I have to give him an action, and because I
Gotcha.
didn't, he's gonna
Yep.
he takes the dodge.
Okay. Okay. That is the end of that. That was Nico. It's Fire Giant time. The Fire Giant is going to start coming forward. And he seems like he wants to be over there, pretty much. So he is going to go.
I don't see him moving.
Well, I have to let him
There
go
it
before
is.
you can see him moving.
Oh,
And then and jumps over to the other side.
Has he
Doran.
answered my inquiry?
He remind me what your inquiry was again. What is your
What are
intention
your
towards my body?
intentions with my life?
With your life, nothing. With your death, everything. And that's his turn.
FYI, Jeremy Crawford said you cannot give consent when you're unconscious.
Excellent. No, I'm not arguing the point. The
So.
second you said that, yep. And I believe you more than I believe Jeremy Crawford. Sorry, Jeremy. We'd love for you to listen to our show and put it out there, but you know, you're
As we
not. So
switch to Pathfinder.
as we switch to Pathfinder, so screw you. Okay. Next, we have the Inquisitor, who has a newly risen Trax next to him.
That's right.
He is in just mow down mode at this time. So Trax, he is going to attack you. And let me just make sure with one of his attacks. That's a 23.
oh yeah, it's. I'm down.
With his sword, he can't do enough to.
Kill him.
Oh, wait a minute, I had that. Yeah,
Outright.
he can't do enough to like kill you. So yeah, so you're down.
Yep.
Right. Then he steps forward. Get back to the right screen. He's going to step forward to Nico. Why is my screen not working? All right. Oh wait, Gilly's down, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sorry. I was looking for the X on her because Jax keeps on putting X's on people.
I mean, I'll put an X on me if you want.
No, you're good. You're good. Nico.
Yep.
It's a lot. All right, it's a lot. It's like 30. That's a hit. Yeah, that's his second attack. And that is going to be his. Sorry, I got to do the math before I do it. He can do damage. He just can't do, enough damage to kill somebody. Oh, he did minimum damage to you. 13.
Eat it.
All right. And what else is he going to do? He is going to. Oh, yeah. You are also going to see him heal himself up. Not all the way, but there is healing going on. And he is no longer bloodied. Okay. That was a quick round.
Well, there's not as many people standing.
It does make it easy. Before we go to the next round, Ian, you are inside the blade.
All right, so kind of in a hurry. Filletti?
Yes, darling.
We promised we'd get you out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we're going to do.
Okay. She might not live long, but
so
we'll
it's,
get her out.
I'm not telling her that. So it's time to go. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna get you out of here, okay? And I'm gonna approach the throne.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna try climbing it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get up in there.
You climb up on the throne. You feel that she is allowing you to become one with the blade.
Okay. So in the same instant that she did it to me, when I get my power back, I will poof the gem that back to me.
Yep.
Now that I have power again. And I will tell Filletti before she goes, I will say to her, hold your breath and swim up.
Okay.
Good instructions.
That's good instructions. The people who are alive hear a splash.
And
I think we're gonna probably have to stop your part there.
I was gonna say I don't know what action economy I have here, but we can, if you want to call that there.
I think that would probably be about as much for that.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing this in between turns too,
Yep.
but that'll be like your turn for this time. How's that? Okay. Pyre. It's Pyre's turn. Pyre is going to stand and watch. And oh, wait a minute. Doran's over there. He's going to shoot just a little, a little. Why don't I have this written up here? I wasn't able to use this. He'll toss a little firebolt at you.
But I told him he's not going to get the blade if he kills my friends.
He just doesn't care. What is the thing for firebolt? I'm sorry, I keep.
It's firebolt or fireball?
For firebolt.
That's the cantrip to hit.
Right.
So to hit.
It's just to hit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Spellcasting modifier is. Oh. It's bad, but 16?
I am going to cast Shield.
Shield, okay. Firebolt comes busting across the room. You pop up a shield and it deflects off of it up to the roof. Pyre's still chuckling. That's his turn. Gilly. Death save.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how I do.
Are you at 1 or 2?
She has one
just
failed.
failed one. Okay, I passed that one. I rolled a 12.
Okay, 1 and 1.
1 and 1.
1 and 1. Trax E. Bags, Esquire.
Okay. Now I get a new set of death saves, right?
Yep.
Yes, you do.
And I failed.
Well, it's a good thing that you did it now, right?
Yeah.
Not the last time. So Trax is at 1 failed death save. Gilly's at 1 failed death save. Pebble's done his thing for this turn. Doran has an angry-looking fire giant to the southwest of him. He has a ex-god to the northwest of him, and to the almost due west of him, he has an inquisitor.
He'll be fine.
But I have faith in him. And I know he's been like, haha, here we go. Now I'm going to pull it out, and this is what's going to change everything. So
If it weren't for the
hit me,
fire
Doran.
giant, I had some options. Okay. After hearing the fire giant's response, I'm going to say, Nico, we should think about running. And then I am going to pull out my last big spell and cast Ralathim's Psychic Lance on this giant.
I don't even know what that is. Toss it up for me.
So I'm pretty sure
I think you did try it once before, didn't you?
Giant fight. Yeah.
Right. You unleash a
Because-
shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead at a creature that you can see within range. Alternately, you can utter a creature's name. If named target is within range, it becomes a spell target. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You got that. The target must make an intelligence saving throw, and fire giants are notoriously intelligent. On a failed save, the target takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn. Okay, so let me go ahead and do his save. It's an intelligence save, and they are greatly non-intelligent. They've got a 0 for intelligence, so I really have a, 1 out of 10 chance doing it?
3 out of 10. Well, 3 out of 20.
Guess what I rolled?
A 20.
A 5.
Yes.
So
Nice.
5 plus 0 is 5.
Okay.
So he has failed. So what happens to him now? Give me the damage.
He takes 7d6 psychic damage, and
Okay.
he is incapacitated for the next turn.
Gotcha.
Professor X.
Professor X.
$24 damage.
24. Okay. He is duly nicked. Okay.
Yep.
You
that's
have
my turn.
hurt him, and he drops. 'Cause
Wait,
he's
what?
Incapacitated. Well,
Oh, yeah,
incapacitated, they fall, right?
Yep, he would drop prone.
Yeah, he's prone.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move because I should move.
I should probably move. Okay, so remember,
Yes.
let me zoom out on the map so I can remind you of something. Where's my map? Okay, so there was a entrance to the northeast, way up here, and then there was an entrance to the northwest of this room. Now I will say that the fire giant just melted through a new entrance to the southeastern corner, but that may not be your best opportunity to leave. So there is one, like I said, northeastern corner right up here, and northwestern corner.
I'm going to start moving towards the northeastern corner. So
Okay.
it should be 5, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, I believe you.
And that's my movement.
Okay.
So that's my turn. I don't have any bonus actions right now.
Okay. Nico, you know the fire giant's there. However, you have a very angry inquisitor sitting in your face.
Yeah.
But you are within 5 feet of Fire Buddy.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fire. Me and him are gonna fiery teleport our 15 feet towards the book and towards Doran, really.
Yep. So just take.
But like, what's the point? It's 15 fucking feet. He's gonna be able to walk. Oh, hey, great, thanks. I'm walking over to you.
But that is your action, right?
That's your bonus action.
It's my
That's your bonus action. You still get
and
to
then
do
I can
movement.
run away.
And you
You'd
won't take
have-
an attack of opportunity when you do that.
Right.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
the
movement
play.
and
That's
you
what
have your
we're
dash
doing.
action.
So 1, 2, like that, right? Is that 15? You okay with that?
I'm cool with that. You do you.
All right. And he comes with me. Plus, actually, he takes a
So- He's going to take an attack of opportunity. If he doesn't teleport.
No, they both teleport.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they both teleport, right?
But because I teleported and he's within 5 feet of me, it's a DC 16 Dex save, or he takes some fire damage.
The Inquisitor?
Yes.
Okay. All right. DC 16 6. That's going to fail because that's only a 6. So he doesn't have a +10 on that.
All right. Where's my proficiency bonus? 3, 2, so 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
It's not a lot, but it's something.
You singed him.
Absolutely. It may have him. Let me see. Is that no? That's not bloodied.
Feet. So now, these like that's not diagonal, right? Am I going diagonally? Because 30 feet,
So
I could get to
where are you
Doran.
trying to go?
Towards Doran.
Right. Okay. Man, this thing is just killing me. Every time I try to move something on this, it moves the whole board every time I do it. Okay. So if you were going to move towards Doran, you would go 5, 10, 15. Okay. Let me move it. I was moving it.
All right.
You grabbed it.
Oh, it wasn't
was he
moving
at?
on my screen. That's why I started
Oh,
doing
it was.
it.
Yeah. Just leave. I'm moving. I'm holding it. So 5, 10, 15. That's 15 right there. Right. And you get a movement of what? 30?
30, yeah.
All right. So that's 15. And that'd be 20. And that'd be 30 right there.
Yeah, perfect.
For you. Now, he does not follow, correct?
I don't believe so. It doesn't say that he just follows me, so.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So now that is your movement. You still have your action.
Actually, it does say he has 30 feet of movement,
Mm-hmm.
like individual from me, so.
Right.
But I didn't command him to, so I don't think that's how that works. And then. Stop this. I'm gonna try and pick her up.
So the fiery
I used my
teleportation.
bonus action.
The fiery teleportation was your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you still have your action left.
Mm-hmm. But I don't have
Which you
any.
could use to dash.
You can dash. You can firebolt.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to figure out how I could heal Gilly from range, but that's a bonus action, so I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to throw a firebolt at the Inquisitor here. So that is 17.
Firebolt is an action.
Yep. Plus
Okay.
8 is
that's
25.
That's a hit.
Okay. My D10. 6 and 8 is 14. So 14 points of damage.
14?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
it's 2d10.
Yep. Okay. That didn't feel good.
Is he bloodied again yet?
No.
Damn it. All right, now the fire giant gets to come and crush us.
Okay. Fire giant time. He is going to try to crush you. I mean, that's all I can say.
Break you.
His movement is very weird because he's a large creature, so it's hard to like figure out where the squares are on him and everything. So I would say he would be 5.
He's incapacitated. He's not moving anywhere.
Oh, he's not moving anywhere. Sorry.
Yeah, he's not
doing
moving.
anything. He's sitting this time. He's snoozing.
One more down.
Correct. Good call. Right
There
there.
you go.
Yep. Fire giant is snoozing this time. Inquisitor steps forward. Takes a swipe at Fire Buddy. 20 total. To hit. and he's going to do 20 points of damage. So Fire Buddy is going to disappear, correct?
Chris, can you hear?
Yep, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
No, I said Fire Buddy took 20 points of
Oh,
damage, so he
he's
just poofs
gone.
out of
He's-
existence, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Dead
I'm gonna move him onto the GM layer just so that he's there and I can bring him back if you bring him back.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. That was his first attack. Oh boy. We got issues here. Hey Ian, screw you in the water.
Mhm.
Yeah. The water does bring some interesting elements into this that I don't like.
Like the element of water.
Yes. Yes, I'm
beat me to
the
that
actual real element of
You don't like the
water.
fact the blade is plunged down to the bottom of this water? Is that what you're saying?
That's kind of what I'm saying. That didn't really cross my mind. But we'll deal with it. He moved 5 to go there.
He's all powerful.
10,
These guys are all powerful
15,
as they say they are.
20,
A knife at the bottom of it.
25, 30.
No problem.
Then he's going to use his bonus.
Go get it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Wait, how
That's
did
where
he
he's
move so
gonna stop.
far?
He dashed.
Moved.
But he already used an
Attacked.
attack action.
He did move an attack action. You're right. He's going to go. Let me make sure where he was at. He was here to begin with. He went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is coming. So he is moving to the east towards Nico and Doran. And healing is going to occur. And he looks better. Okay.
All better.
I feel better. We're at the top of the next round. We're moving along. Pebble. What would you like to do?
I'm going to talk to Pyre.
Heavily.
Okay.
And I'll tell him, you can have this blade if my friends walk out and you get rid of this Inquisitor and this giant that I saw. I don't know why he's there. But if they die, you're not getting anything.
Oh, Pebble. Worried about your friends, are you? Maybe I should keep them alive to torture for an eternity or two.
While he's talking and while I'm talking to him,
Mhm.
I'm attaching this gem to the throne and I am activating. I'm not waiting. I'm doing
Okay.
it.
Okay. So you have placed the gem on the throne.
Yes.
You have the conversation with Pyre. You place the gem on the throne. We're going to move into the rest of the next part of the combat.
I
Okay.
wonder if Folletti's going to pop
Yeah,
up.
where's
out of
Folletti?
I wonder if Folletti's going to pop up out of the water anytime soon. Don't you have her
I think she
token?
drowned.
So
She
Folletti,
can't
who I-
swim.
that's right. Folletti can't swim. If my board would stop moving every time I do it, yeah. Let me put Folletti out there because I'm didn't have her on the board. Silly me. I don't know why I would do that. Come on, Folletti, where are you? Oh boy, that does not look like Folletti. Yeah. I did not have her ready to go on the board, to tell you the truth, and I don't know why. That was stupid of me. Okay. Sorry. Come on. Come on. There we go. That'll work for her. All right. Can you see her now?
I see something. I don't
I
know
see a
what that
token.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a-
whatever that is.
There's a token, and I can't. Every time I click on something, it won't let me move it. There we go. All right. So this token is Filletti. I'm just gonna
That
put her
looks
name
like
on
a
here real quick.
crawfish.
I know it looks like a.
I'm not sure what it is.
Oh my gosh, chill
a
out. It's
booger.
Filletti.
Poor Filletti.
Look, here's the deal.
Poor
Was she a
Here's the
demon the
deal.
whole time?
She don't want to be a
I
part of this.
knew it. I
So
told y'all.
she comes gasping for air out of the water. And you just hear this sputtering going on. And let me go ahead and I'm going to place her in the initiative order. Let me make sure where she's at. Oh, yeah, she is immediately after Pyre. I'm going to reorder this. It's got her after Pyre, but she's going to be, well, let me just make him 0.1. Enter. And reform, sort of. Sorry about that. All right. So, yeah, Fleddy was immediately after Pyre. She pops up, gasping her breath. She's like, y'all. Whoo. Okay. That was Fleddy. Gilly.
All right, let's see what happens. I passed again, rolled a 12.
Good job.
Okay. 2 passes. You are 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
1 fail, 2 passes. Okay.
Yes.
Trax, who is at 1 fail, no passes.
17.
1 fail, 1 pass. Okay. Doran. There is an Inquisitor charging at you, Doran. At you and Nico.
Yeah. Doran's pants are now brown.
Okay.
He wore his
and,
brag pants.
So,
He's shitting pants.
so Jim, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is the water under these pillars, like platforms, running water? Like, is it part of the river that we know flows out of this place?
Yes. Well, I mean, excuse me. Let me back that up. That was a 2-part question. First part is yes, it is flowing. Second part is you do not know whether it is part of the river that is flowing out of the place. But you do know that it is flowing water.
It's flowing, and it's flowing at a decent pace, I imagine, or is it?
You know what? Roll me a D. Don't roll me a D100. 100 is raging rapids, and 1 is just barely moving.
45.
It's moving at a decent clip. It's a steady stream. How about that?
How did you nail almost dead center of this?
I know.
Okay. Can I move and hold an action? Is that a thing?
You can.
You got to specify what
Y-
triggers
okay,
the
yeah. So
action.
right, yeah. So you can say,
No, I
I'm going to
know,
move here,
I-
and then my action is going to be triggered on. If this happens, then I do this.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I am going to run up here.
Up where? To the north. Okay.
Yeah, and I am going to just yell at Nico.
Hold on. Hold on. Before you do that, this area right here is sort of raised up, so that's kind of backing you into a corner.
I am going to run right here.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
And
So you're running kind of towards Pyre a little bit.
Yeah, and I am going to yell at Nico, water breathing. And I'm going to hold my action, and if he casts water breathing on me, I'm jumping in the water.
It's a fucking if there, bud.
You're right, but I don't think any of my
Okay, nope.
actions are going to do much at this point.
I think that is now. I will say that you moved, and that is holding your action. You could do a bonus action and still hold your regular action, right? Or no, the bonus action is holding your action, right?
I don't have a bonus action to spend.
Or
so...
is it the reaction? I think it's a reaction that is hold. Yeah. So if you had a bonus action, I believe you could do it. If you don't, that's no big deal.
I'm just going to double check that for reaction's sake. See if
Right.
I use my reaction.
I think that it is a reaction.
Yeah, when
to
you hold
hold
when you
your
hold an
action.
action, it gets activated with your using your reaction. You're setting
Right.
by holding an action. You're setting what will trigger your reaction.
So if it's never triggered, then do I still have my reaction?
No, you have nothing. You lose it all.
No,
Uh,
it still has a reaction. Nothing if it never gets triggered, it still
Okay.
has a
Yep.
reaction.
Yep. So
You
you'd still have a
lose. Good day,
reaction.
sir.
Okay, cool. All right. Yep, that ends my turn.
Okay. So Doran has moved near the water, kind of in between, almost kind of in between the Inquisitor and Pyre, which doesn't seem like the best place in the world to be, but whatever.
It's either between the Inquisitor and Pyre, in the Inquisitor's face, or between the Fire Giant and the Inquisitor.
Tomato, right? At this point, it doesn't
Right.
really matter. Okay. That was Doran. Nico.
Oh. Nico's torn. He can't leave his friends behind. But do we live to fight another day, sort of thing? And what were the
It is.
parameters?
You are correct.
I know. And what was the parameters on Doran's? Like, if I cast water breathing, does he dive in with me?
If he said
I dive in.
that if you cast water breathing on him, that he dives into the water.
But he wouldn't know
He had
that.
nothing to do.
All he heard was water breathing.
True, he did say water breathing. You are correct.
Arcana check.
You want to do it?
Kind of check on Doran.
On whether
No,
you would
like
know
whether
he was
you would
doing.
know. Yeah.
All right,
Like,
yeah,
if he said
I'll roll that.
Sure.
he said water breathing, what he would know about the
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Oh, I have the spell. I would know all about it, I would assume.
Yeah,
Arcana.
okay.
Yeah.
14
If
and
he
1 is
hasn't-
15.
I think you know it. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
If he has the spell, then he would know.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is I didn't cast water breathing. I'm asking him to cast it.
Right.
I
All
know
he did
can
was
do
say,
it.
No.
tell him
But-
what to do.
But I think we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out. I guess really, I should have done insight to see if I could get his intent, like what he meant.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Roll
saying?
insight.
But like,
I'm standing on the edge of a cliff with water underneath me, ready to dive backwards, knees bent and all. I'm ready to go, man.
You got your
Um,
hands above your
I
head
li-
like this.
I liked it more when you weren't this snooty.
Water breathing.
Wait, what are you talking about? He's always been this snooty.
Hello.
Wait,
Really?
he hasn't, damn it!
Really? When was he not this snooty?
Hello.
Rolled up 14 and 5 for 19 insight. So I know I'm gonna walk up, and when I cast this, I'm gonna push him in. So
Okay,
we're gonna.
so hold
I'm
on a
gonna
sec.
come over.
So you're moving over towards Doran and right at the edge with the water.
You can
Just so
jump
you
in
know,
together,
water breathing
hold
has a
hands.
water breathing has a range of
Oh.
30 feet.
30
You
feet.
can,
I
you can
understand
cast it
that.
on.
Are they holding hands?
Hold on, one at a time. Ian, what are you saying, buddy?
I'm saying, even though even though they're unconscious, you could extend the spell to
No.
all of your allies.
Listen, I was told if someone's unconscious, I cannot do anything to them. So I
No.
will not be giving them water breathing.
So I will tell you also that they're 50 feet away from him.
It's the willing word.
Okay,
Well, at least
okay.
do Folletti. I mean, she's not unconscious.
I'm just saying, it's possible
can't
for
see
him.
I
Folletti.
can't possibly get everyone.
He's
though. I
not.
can't.
He's not within 30 feet of the
I know.
rest of the
I'm
party.
saying, like, if he wanted to move and before casting and then move around, but then he's moving. He's undoing all the movement he's made.
So I will tell you
Right.
this, Chris.
Yes.
This spot right where that was at, okay, where
Yeah.
whoever's pinging that, and I was trying to ping it, but I couldn't. That spot, if you were there, which is right on the edge of the water, is within 30 feet of Doran, Trax, and Gilly. You would
All right,
not know
yeah,
that
then-
Folletti's on the other side because she's down in the water. So you would know
Yeah.
that, and you could, if you wanted to, by moving correctly around the Inquisitor and not right next to him like you just did, you could get to that spot, cast it on everybody if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Doesn't know whether it's going to mean anything to him, but you can if you want to.
Yeah.
out options.
Then I will absolutely do that. That's perfect.
Okay,
That
and then you
spacing
should
worked
have
out.
it. Yep, you should have at least 5 more feet of movement where you could jump into if you wanted to.
Right. And that's what we're gonna do. So that's a 3rd level spell. I used it,
Okay.
water breathing for my allies for 24 hours, and I am diving head first.
Diving in the water. Doran and Nico are in the water, and the water is starting to take you away
What
in
direction?
a right towards Pyre. No. I'm
All
gonna
roads lead
say,
to Pyre. That's what I'm learning right here.
Is it northeast or northwest?
you know what? Who wants to roll a die?
I think it's Doran's
Nico.
idea. He should.
Doran, it's your idea. Roll a D8, and one will be north. Right?
Yeah, it's a
3.
clock. It's a clock.
No, we need a D12. Sorry, let's do a clock. D12. All right, 1 and 12 is north.
I rolled a 3.
Of course you did. It is moving to the east, and then it's going to take you straight up underneath this area right here. That's where you guys just basically jumped on, and you just see it goes off into nowhere.
Cool.
All right, it's sweeping you underneath the place you were just standing on. You haven't gone under there yet, but you feel that that's where the water's going, and it's pulling you pretty
pulling
hard.
us that way. Yeah,
It's pulling you that way. Okay.
about 45%.
Okay. Fire Giant is going to do some movement. I need help for the Fire Giant's movement. Can somebody tell me where 60 feet of movement for a Fire Giant would be? Because it'd be, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Could he get to the Inquisitor?
That's a diagonal, right?
Well, there's diagonals and there's straight. That's why I want to make sure he could get to
It's
the
all
Inquisitor.
diagonal.
Well, it's not all you do. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I feel 30 is to where the top northeast of him would be here. I think he could get to the Inquisitor or right next to it.
I think he could get right up next to him.
Right. So he's going to use all of his movement to get up next to the Inquisitor. That's Fire Giant's turn.
My money's on the Inquisitor.
Yep.
Same.
The Inquisitor is like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm going to take a couple shots at him.
We're audits. It's all Jim roll in combat now.
Exactly.
Now
Actually,
go
the
Fire
Inquisitor-
Giant, go.
The Inquisitor rolled a hit and a crit. So
Yay,
the
he
crit.
critted.
Oh my god.
That would have been you, Nico, if you hadn't jumped in
I
the water.
know.
Good
He just did
move.
63 points of damage to the Fire Giant.
Dang.
Woo!
With his first attack.
No, that was both attacks.
Oh, okay.
One
yeah.
was a crit, so.
He's not that bad, but he's that's a lot of damage
Is
in a
he
turn.
bloodied?
I've been hiding by.
Is the
Fire Giant?
yes. Fire Giant's blooded.
In one shot. Okay.
Okay, now let's go back to what's going on here. Pebble. Everything is sort of coming to a halt right now.
Mm-hmm.
You, I'm assuming, got off of the throne when you put the little thing onto it.
Yes.
The gem.
Yes.
The gem starts glowing. And it looks like if you placed a super hot rock down and it's just getting hotter and hotter, and you see that there's a little glow, just the slightest glow underneath it on the throne that starts to spread. And you can start to see that there's cracks forming in the castle that you're in. And things start to shake.
Okay.
Should we stop you there? Or should we go on?
I mean, I'll poof away the trampolines and I'll poof up a nice comfy pillow for it.
Okay. You poof away the trampolines, but not all of them go away.
Uh-oh.
There's 1 or 2 left. And your comfy pillow fort is missing a pillow.
Oh no, it's ruined.
It just collapses on him.
I'm going to try and reach out and talk to. This is where my question from before comes in. Okay,
Mhm.
if I mean, I can reach out to Nico. Can I I try and reach out to Doran, to Trex, to Gilly.
So, okay. So they had mentioned this briefly to me right before we came on air. Hey, since they were inside of the blade, does this give me some sort of ability if I'm inside of the blade to speak to them outside of the blade? I would say yes, it does. But Trax and Gilly are currently unconscious.
No, Pebble doesn't know that.
Right. No. You can try to reach out for them. You can. You're reaching out, and you are getting a sense of Doran and Nico both. They're sputtering a lot, but you can sense their that they're there.
Yep. I'll just tell him, guys, I'm destroying the blade. Don't worry, Pyre won't get it. Just I told him to. He can have the blade. I'm lying, completely lying. Don't worry. I told him he can have the blade as long as he lets you live and get out. So do that. Get yourselves out, and we'll all be good. Cool. I'll probably die during this, but good knowing you. Good luck. Bye.
Okay. So that's what happens with that. On the other side, there's a lot of things going on, but there's a lot of things that are not a lot of things. So, first of all, Pyre, you guys wouldn't even see Pyre. There's nobody standing up that's on there that could see Pyre.
I've got my omniscient book up there.
Doran, right before you and Nico get swept underneath into whatever is down there.
300 feet. He's got a couple rounds before you get out of that range.
Your omniscient book is looking around, and you can see Pyre, and he is stationary, and his eyes are wide, and he's looking straight across where the book is, because that's where the blade is in the water. So he's basically looking right by the book, and you just see him mouthing, "No." Can you hear through the book, or can you just see?
I can hear. I can see and hear.
Then you hear him say, "No." Okay.
And I just think to myself, haha, called his bluff.
You guys have no idea what's going on with Valetti. There's no one there to see her. Gilly, you are at 1 and 2. 1 fail, 2 successes.
Okay. Here we go. It's a fail. It's a 9.
Gilly is at 2 and 2. Let me just say, I'll back up and just say one more thing. Doran, also, while you're hearing him say no, because you can see everywhere, you start to see steam rising from the water on the other side, where Pebble had been. You knew Pebble was over there.
Folletti's going, it's getting a little warm in here.
Yeah, you really don't know what's over there because you're not really in that. You were not in that area, but you see steam start to rise from that other pool of water where Pebble was. He dropped the blade in that area. Okay. Trax, you are at what? 1 and
1 and 1.
1 and 1. Okay. Trax, 1 fail, 1 succeed.
4 fail.
Trax, 2 failures, 1 success. Oh my god. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Doran.
We're gonna stabilize it, then no one's gonna be here.
Well, it does matter because of what Chris did.
Well, actually, would they know, like, inherently that they can breathe underwater now, though?
And actually, I don't want to be that guy, but I looked at water breathing, and it is willing.
It's 10 willing creatures.
10 willing. You don't have water breathing.
Arachne.
You don't have water breathing. That's fair. Okay. I mean, I think it's fair. Doran, I will say right now, you get swept underwater. Okay.
Like 5 feet, 10 feet. Where
You
am I
are
at?
swept as far. You're off the grid now. You're
Wow.
swept under. Remember, this water is moving pretty good clip. It's not like a raging rapid, but you're swept underneath, and you are now currently underwater. Okay, which is fine for you because you can breathe underwater, but you are underwater and you are moving in a direction you really don't know. You're just kind of going. Well, excuse me. Hold on a second. I forgot. You're Doran. Do you know which direction you're going in, or is that something I'm just thinking of in my head?
Well, thank you for
Nice.
asking. I
Okay.
always know which way is north, so I know
I
I
know.
am moving east.
See, there you go. I knew somewhere along the line you were going to know. So you know that right now, currently, you are moving east-ish, and you know that you are underwater. You also feel like you're being, uh, I would say you would know or get the feeling that you're being pulled downward too. Okay.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, but you're underwater. What would you like to do? You're off the grid. I'm just going to remove you from the thing here for right now.
Yeah. So since I am off the grid, and I don't have any spell slots that can affect anybody that is not off the grid,
Say it. Do it.
what are you saying that I do? I don't even know what you're saying that I do.
Just let go, man. Just let go.
Yeah, that's kind of
Just
where
let
I'm
go,
at.
man.
You don't have a cantrip. You can just ping one more time at the Inquisitor.
He's not even. He
underwater.
can't
I
even see
can't
the
in the
Inquisitor.
water.
I can't
He's
see him.
underwater,
Yeah, but his book
underneath
is sitting
the
there.
rock.
His book.
Yeah,
is
but I
sitting
can't
underwater
fire
under the
anymore
rock.
from the book. The firing from the book has been used up. I can only do that equal to my proficiency modifier on the day.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
the book is still there. I just can't cast spells through it anymore.
But hold on a second. You can still see through the book as long as you're within 300 feet.
Yep.
Okay. You are currently still within 300 feet. You can still see through the book.
Okay.
I just want to
in
let you
that
know you're
case,
able to see what's going on.
I am going to move my book because I can closer to me. Let's maximize this usage here. So
Okay.
I think that's 30 feet.
Perfect. Sounds great.
And
So you kind
that's
of moved
my-
it near the fire giant so you can get like a really good view of the battle that's going on there.
Oh yeah, play by play.
Okay.
I can be your commentator. Yeah, that's gonna be then my turn. The rest of my turn is just gonna be, let's not run into rocks. That's the rest of my turn here. So I do have
Okay.
dark vision, so that should
I have an
help.
idea, anyways.
Okay.
I'm hoping. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep.
Okay. Nico, you are just like him. You are drug underwater. Both of you have the feeling that. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that. Why did I do that? I hate when I move something to another layer and then you're like, oh, I really need it on that layer, and then you can't. So you are off the grid. You are underwater. You feel like you're being pulled downward. You don't really know which direction you are, but you were kind of heading east to begin with. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna wild shape into a reef shark
Okay.
and kind of swim over to Doran and nudge him. I'm assuming he's smart enough to understand that it's me and grabs
Doran,
a
a
hold.
reef shark is attacking you. What are you going to do?
Oh, great. What now?
Right. Are you with
You
Pyre?
have seen me as the reef shark a couple times.
It's true. It's true. I'd grab onto his dorsal fin.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
So-
not too tight now.
So let me ask you a question, Chris/Nico. Is the goal that you guys are getting the heck out of Dodge?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I just want to make sure that was the goal.
Well, that's my goal. I don't know what Doran's expecting to happen, but at this point, it's GTFO. Like we're
Gotcha.
done.
Gotcha.
I love you all. I'm sorry, but every man for himself, except for my
Gotcha.
halfling friend.
Yeah, Doran made that choice when he jumped in the water.
Yeah, he really did.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just paint a word picture that Doran, you're the only one that can see this battle going on between the Inquisitor and the Fire Giant. The Fire Giant is trying to rain down blows on him. The Inquisitor is blocking with the blade, and at one point, the Inquisitor snatch, the head goes off, and the Fire Giant's head goes flying.
Holy shit, this guy's strong, man.
Okay.
How could he reach that high? I didn't think he was that tall.
He jumped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anime hero style.
Pebble. The pillows you're sitting on are less comfortable than they were. One of the trampolines reappeared.
Man.
Things are going to hell in a handbasket here. You start to feel what feels like almost an earthquake. right now, the glow on the. Are you still inside the castle? You said. I can't remember what you said. I'm sorry.
I don't think I said I left the castle, but I think if the castle was coming down, I'd have the common sense to kind of move outside the castle, whatever that is. I mean, I'm still inside the blade.
Could you repeat what you just said? You said that Pebble has common sense. Is that what you said?
Well, if the pillow fort is obviously not going to protect him, then he has to get out of the castle.
Okay. So as you're leaving the castle, you can see, as you look back over your shoulder, because you're going to, just a little glance, you can see the glow on the throne is starting to spread, and you feel like there's a lot of heat being emitted from the throne. Anything you'd like to do while you're watching things start to shake up?
No. I'll reach back out to Pyre.
Okay, you reach back out to Pyre. What would you like to say?
Because do I know? Can I make an insight check? Do I believe he took what I said at any point at face at all? Like after what he told me, I think I believe that he's not going to let my friends go. I ain't no point in bluffing it.
Okay, so remind me, were you still? Was that when you were peeking up, or was that you were talking to him while you were inside the blade?
When I was talking to him within the blade, I told him both times. I told him at first, and then when I told him in the blade, he's like, "Oh no, I'll keep them forever." You know, that's when he did that thing. I'm like, was that enough for me to?
Well, this most recent time, he said, "I'll keep them alive to torture them."
Thank you, Keen Mind.
Right.
IRL Keen Mind.
See, I can't play with Cole anymore because no matter what character he has, he automatically gets Keen Mind.
Yeah. Always. That's his freebie.
So
exactly, it's free because he always has it. Okay, yes. So I would say roll insight with advantage because you were inside the blade and you were a god.
Look at my character sheet for the first time in this game. Insight with advantage +4. 10, 14. 14.
You really aren't sure what he thought. It didn't seem like he took you seriously. You know, you've had a little relationship with Pyre, and he's always kind of spoken to you in a certain way, and the way he spoke to you last time was not. You didn't feel like it was the same way he's been speaking to you.
Well, anyway, Pyre, sorry I had to do it, but I can't let you have it. I do hope you let my friends go, but I gave you a chance. Sorry. Good luck. Don't let the insects bite you too much out there.
Pebble, how could you?
It kind of sucks when you thought you had a friend, doesn't it?
Oh shit, that was cold.
You start to feel that the connection is breaking. It says, they will die painfully. And then the connection is cut.
Oh man, I was gonna say, oh, but you'll die real slowly as a person.
Okay, the connection came back on real quick.
To give me my killer comeback.
Go ahead.
Oh, you'll die really slowly as an old man.
Okay, the connection is cut. Pyre. Pyre is dropping another fireball, lightning ball on top of Gilly and Trax. And
Gilly's
it is
gone.
done. It is done with anger this time.
Gilly's gone.
Yep, so
They're
am I.
both gone.
Death by malice.
Yep.
Death
It's
by
an
malice.
automatic death.
Were you both at 2?
I was at
Mhm.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The lightning just incinerates the 2 of you.
Finally. It took
Sweet
a
release,
lot
right?
of episodes.
I was gonna say that.
I looked on telepathically in horror.
Yes, you. So I'm going to say right now, you have that burned in your brain now. Watching them, seeing them
I know.
just absolutely destroyed.
I was hoping Pebble was gonna reach out to me. Instead, he talks to Pyre.
There was
You're-
nobody here
I
for
did.
me
I
to
did reach out
say.
to 2 of you guys, both of you.
You were
But
no.
that was
There's
last
nobody
turn.
here.
It was last turn, but realistically, you can't talk back. No, I mean that's
could
meta.
So Doran, through the book, you see the Inquisitor look around. He looks at Pyre and laughs. And then he starts running towards the exit in the northeastern corner of the cavern system. You also can see that the cave is, where the steam was that was rising over in where the blade was initially. The steam is almost a geyser now, and it's starting to fill the chamber where it's at. Pebble. Inside of the blade, everything is going to pieces. Everything's coming crashing down. You see everything when you're outside. You see the horizon start to sort of shift, and the colors of everything change, and everything starts sort of moving in towards the middle. From inside of the castle, you see the castle starts crumbling.
Yeah.
You are going to have.
Yeah, that dog don't
wonder
like
if
my
it's
death
human.
either.
Guess
Thank
who's
you.
home?
Perfect timing. Guess who's home?
My son's home. Oh my gosh.
We'll take a
Gosh.
little break here.
Do you need to
I
take- do you
hate
need to
doing
take-
this here. I'm sorry. My son is home.
Yeah, you got to do
take
it.
2 minutes.
Your son
All right,
makes
give me
Yeah.
5 minutes.
precedence.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll come back. We'll
Okay.
finish this up. Okay.
Right.
I'm
Yep.
running
5 minutes.
downstairs.
Sorry.
I gotta use the men's room. I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, Ian, it appears we used both of our plans.
Oh man. I didn't think I'd be able to pull dramatics like that.
You did good.
It-
I like
It was
your
awesome. Yeah,
little comeback
it
there.
was really great. One of the questions I have is, are you going to be chained in the blade if everything in the blade's falling apart?
Well, I thought Jim said that he'd get an arcana check.
I wasn't clear about what he was talking about when he was doing that, when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Like some kind of check to get out.
Yeah, because you might survive.
I thought it was not arcana, but like you were going to like call gods or something. You were gonna like
Oh, like a religion check?
maybe like for some divine intervention to get. I think that's what you were talking. That's the conversation.
I remember arcana because I suggested that Doran would have the best chance of surviving that way.
I know Gilly mentioned something with Melora.
Yeah, she wanted me and her to get in touch with our gods, but now we're
Yeah, I don't-
Not too late?
now we're
Well,
with
it
our
is too
gods,
late.
so there you go.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
don't-
suppose this is the perfect time for you to get in touch with them on your friend's behalf.
Exactly. I can say a prayer for you from the other side. Did
Okay.
you-
I told everyone, but we'll wait till they get back.
So yeah, Chris and Rebecca are off.
They're
Right.
taking a
Yeah,
quick
that's fine.
break. Yeah.
Just so I don't know if you remember this, Jim, but what was the
Mhm.
conversation we were having when you said there was a check that we could roll to maybe get out of the exploding blade?
Well, not only do I remember it, I have it written down.
Ooh.
Like it's fine. The gift's fine. I have no hope. I'm just trying to remember what it was.
Right. Is a very high Arcana check.
Yeah, it's like 25, so I don't even think you can make it.
Well, natural 20 might.
You have a +1 to Arcana.
Yeah, that's not gonna make it.
What happened to Gilly?
She stepped all the way also.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I don't know,
Gilly
we're
is dead.
Fair enough.
It's just
I'm
Mark and
so
Rebecca
anxious. I
now.
want to hear her speech so bad.
We can save it for we can take care of that during our wrap up episode.
She's already
next.
dead, though.
I'm just saying we can
We're not dead yet.
this is the kind of content we have to fill for the next hour.
Well, she can say it from her God's
I know
place,
exactly.
right?
I know exactly what to do for it.
Yep.
I know exactly what to do for it. Yep.
Not
Right.
dead yet.
Oh, we're dead.
Only a flesh wound.
Well, whoever voted no TPK wins.
Told you, I knew someone was gonna get out.
I wasn't
Right.
sure if Nico was going to be able to get away to execute that plan or not.
Like
Everybody
I
save your
literally
butt.
until the fire giant showed up, I was pretty sure Doran was gonna get out because you were
Yeah.
hidden. You were, but then that fire
And
giant just like
I could use that 4th level spell on the Inquisitor instead. Like, that's the thing, is that hits the Inquisitor in the battle, we got a shot, you know?
right.
Right.
I don't know. He had 2 heals left, so he was almost
No,
fully
he
healed.
he had 3. He had 3 he could use. He used all 3.
Right, but I mean, he was after he healed himself 3 times. He was pretty much full, wasn't he?
But I mean, if I would have been able
No.
to incapacitate him for a round,
Right,
then we could
right.
have gotten everybody else up.
Oh yeah.
You could have used your healing.
Yeah.
Nico could have used his healing,
Yeah.
and suddenly
Right.
we have a shot.
Yeah.
Right.
No. If you incapacitated him, I would have gone and tried to put the hammer down and finish it.
Right. And
All right, we're all
I mean-
back.
All right.
So,
okay.
But
All right. So
You're
we're
all
gonna come
dead.
back.
Me and Doran made it.
We're gonna come back. So, Pebble.
Yeah.
Your world is literally crumbling.
Yep.
It's crumbling around you. Your all of the bouncy tents have flipped upside down, and then they disappeared.
it's getting really hot in here, so I try and conjure up my favorite flavor of ice cream, Rocky Road, but it's getting all fizzly and powers are working weird, and I end up with a bowl of rainbow sherbet. I'm like, gross.
Or worse yet, just plain vanilla.
Ugh.
But so everything is crumbling around you. You see the castle is, like I said, it has started to fall in. Now the castle is actually crumbling. You see it, the top. It's kind of like Barad-dûr. You can see it start to, at the top, kind of crack and creak, and then it starts dropping and starts folding in on itself. It's laying there. It's a massive pile of rubble, and you can see that the pile of rubble is actually starting to glow. And that glow from the that started off with the stone is getting bigger and bigger, and it's starting to emanate out from the rubble. What would you like to do?
Just, you kind of just at some point you sit back and watch the world burn. I don't know how to escape by I probably don't have powers, so maybe I'll see if I have any. No.
Oh, your power? No.
Yeah, no, I have no power to get out of here.
Right. There, you feel that there's still a little bit of spark. The all spark is still there, but it's not.
All I'm gonna do is try and use whatever last push of power to, at that second when I feel the blade is broken, to squeeze myself through and escape. I don't know.
Okay. So we're gonna. I had told you guys this already. It was gonna be a DC 25 Arcana check, and I told you guys that right from the beginning. If you pass it on the first check, you succeed and you go right back to where the blade was. If you pass it on the second check, you die but go to your god. I know you can't get a 25.
Right, I only +1 to Arcana, and
we're gonna break the rules, so don't tell anyone. A natural 20.
I'm telling everybody.
Shh! Don't tell anybody.
it's a
The
secret.
D&D people on Reddit will scream at me.
They'll tell Jeremy Crawford, and then you're gonna
don't tell Jeremy Crawford. I'm gonna call it that a natural 20 is a success for you, and we're all trusting you. So roll your dice.
I wish there was a camera on the die. All right, I'll pick up this dice that I have not rolled yet today.
Oh gosh. No pressure.
Nah, it's not a natural 20. It's a 15.
Okay, you can feel there was a little spark, and now it's kind of gone, and now you're down to the world. You know, remember it was like of a long, thin world. You can actually see the walls coming in, and you can see the end. You can see the mountains moving towards you that were in the distance, and the trees, the burn-up trees that were near you, starting to get next to you, and everything's kind of folding in on top of itself. And right before everything folds on top of you, there's one last spark in you to try to get out.
Am I rolling again?
This is where you this is where you roll again.
That's a 7. Nope.
And the blade completely collapses on itself. Doran, the last thing you see before you move out of, I'm assuming you pulled the book with you as far as you could.
I'll just keep pulling it. Yeah.
Right. You're still going to be drug away, and you and Nico were kind of trying to get out of there. The
Yeah.
last thing you see is the entire room is completely filled with steam, and then there is a massive explosion, and then nothing. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight. So, yay! Hooray!
Can I say in the years I've been playing D&D, I told you I was newish when I started this podcast. That's my first dead character.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And with how many characters you have like on call ready to go?
You'd think you'd be just rotating through them.
I know, right?
All right. So let's roll. Well, you know what? We don't need to roll for a recap, do we?
No, that's what
We
this
have to
episode-
roll for a recap between. You know what? Hold on a second. Doran's doing the recap.
He's the only one.
He's the last one.
He saw
He's
it
the
all.
last one that
He
saw
last one
things.
saw anything, yeah.
Right? He's the last one that saw everything. So I'm just
All right,
I'm
keen
making a
mind.
command decision. Keen Mind is doing it. Whatever app you're listening to us on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Good Pod, whatever. Please follow us and leave us a rating review. Hopefully 5-star. Both are important to our growth. This doesn't mean we're done playing at all. It just means that we had a little setback. You can follow us on several different things, but I don't know who's running what. So we're trying to figure it out because Twitter is making me crazy. So we're on Patreon. You know, if you want to come on there and you want to support us monetarily, that's great. We are still, you know, we're working on Pathfinder campaign right now. We don't know what's going to happen D&D wise. We're still working on this. That's all we have tonight. We're going to see you here next week. And remember, sometimes you crit. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Okay.
Let me know when you want me to stop.
Well,
are we
we're
gonna stop
gonna
streaming or just put the break?
Go to the break
Go to
screen.
break.
yeah.
We'll
So
be back
yeah, we're
in a
gonna
bit.
we're gonna go to a break for a bit. All right.
Looking at
and then
you,
we're gonna,
Jana. We'll be here.
Yeah, Jana, we'll be back. Trust me.
All right, going to break.
We're back.
All right.
Well, we can't go
Did the
back.
bots? Would see it, then Cole would see it probably if we took a glance at at the stream.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, so they're both on, right? All right, and we're live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, live.
All right, so I say we just start.
Okay. Yep.
Cole's going to give a
Count
little
us down.
recap of what he did, and as long as our sound is good, we're just going to go, and we're going to go till you guys feel like we have gone enough. How's that?
Are you gonna do a question of the day?
Nope.
I thought it was going to be a Chris
Yeah, I
question.
thought it was Chris' question.
Oh,
Yep.
should we start off with a Chris question, or should
Yeah.
we end with a Chris question?
Up to you. It depends what the question is.
I know what the question is. Okay. I'm not going to tell you.
That's
Don't
fine.
look
Just
at me like
put it.
don't look like me like I'm going to
Yeah,
tell
yes.
you.
At
You put
some
it at the
point, you
beginning or the
have
end?
to tell us, though.
Well, when he asks it,
He'll just look at us and we'll be like,
It'll be at the beginning. We'll
Okay.
do a question a day. We'll do it just like we normally open. Okay. I will tell you that most of you, your answers are going to be I don't know.
okay.
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 Sure.
All right. Here we go. I don't remember the last time I had a session immediately after I killed off characters. This
You
is
seem so
awkward.
excited.
No, it's a little like I
no, I'm not excited.
hold on a second. I feel well. We'll talk about it while we're doing this. Okay, here we go. 3, 2. Are we done clanking our glasses around?
Sorry.
All right, here we go. 3. I can almost tell what you were drinking from the sound of it. Okay. 3, 2. Happy Friday and welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. We are here for the which one is this? 53rd episode of season 2. My name is Jim and I am your dungeon master. I'd like to introduce all of our players along with the question of the week. The question of the week is, do you know what the closest nuclear plant is to your house? Let's start with Mark.
Oh, that's an easy one. It's right down the road. I can see the stacks.
You've got
Oh,
one right down the
really?
road from you, really?
Yeah. If it goes, I'm gone. I mean, it's
Did not know that. Okay. Cole.
So we used to have an active one here, but they retired it just like 2 years ago. So because of that, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's go with Ian.
I do believe there is one in Westchester County. Indian Point is up there, I believe. I don't know whether it's still active, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Rebecca.
Okay, so I just Googled it.
Oh my gosh.
I just
Sure.
Googled mine. Mine shut down 2021, so it's only recent.
So the closest one was actually decommissioned, and that was in Crystal River. And that's
I know the Crystal River plant well.
Yes.
Let me see who are we missing? We're missing Chris. Chris, do you have any idea what the closest nuclear power plant is to you?
I do. I got my federal clearance to work in it. It's Seabrook, New Hampshire, Seabrook Power Plant.
Okay, so woo! Chris is
Yay.
getting himself a job at a nuclear power plant. That is the good news, and we are very,
Yeah.
very, very happy about that.
We're very happy for Chris.
Have you been watching The Simpsons in preparation?
No, but I'm already fat and like donuts, so I'm good.
There you go. Okay, so like I said, the good news was that Chris got this is going to be getting this great, amazing job. Chris, you want to tell us the rest of the news?
I will be retiring from the podcast because I'm working nights to start at least, and we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah,
But it's an opportunity I can't give up. You know what I mean? To go through all the to get the clearance to work in this place, it's like I had to give them the phone number of 5 friends, and then they called those people, and they got numbers from them to call. They went down the
Wow.
tree, real far down, and I think it's called the Class X clearance for like a governmental federal clearance.
Yeah.
right.
I don't remember. I think it's Class X. I
And
think.
we just put out on a podcast to everyone listening that you are going to be an employee there.
Yeah.
All one
Whatever.
listeners.
Listen,
They
they
didn't
vetted
call
the
us.
hell out of me. They already know.
Well, we are very, very, very happy that Chris is going to be getting this amazing job. We are very, very, very sad, however, that Chris is not going to be with us. But it's probably a lot of money. I'm not going to ask how much. It's probably a really good raise, and Chris is going to have an
Worth my
amazing job there.
while.
So, and I'm sure that is your wife thrilled about it?
Her family's up that way, so she's happier that we'll be up there a lot more. 'Cause it's easier to sleep
Okay.
at my in-laws' house than it is to come home sometimes.
So, are you guys planning to move up closer to that, or are you going to stay where you're at?
We're gonna stay where we are right now. We actually, I mean, with the housing market the way it is, I don't know
Oh
if I
yeah,
could afford a house right now.
right.
So like, we're gonna stay where we're at. We really like where we're at, and not too bad. I don't mind the ride.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we're like I said, we all found this out about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, and I was
Um,
told at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Wow.
So you knew
wow.
3 hours
Coming
before I
through
did. I mean,
fast.
3 hours after I did.
Well, I mean, timing wise, at least it was convenient because the way the podcast went,
Yeah.
we had
You
a
know what?
kind
No,
of
Yeah,
a
I
natural.
was
Did you say thank
I was
you? Let this campaign in, and then I'll take the job. Thank you.
no, I was pissed. I was like, if I had more notice, I could have given you guys more notice to find someone faster. Luckily, it
It's
sounds like there might be someone in the wings, but
there's a possibility, but
yeah,
I've got
there's
to
at least a
ask and talk
candidate.
to the person. So there's a candidate. There's a candidate. So yeah. So
So
like I said, congratulations, Chris. Really,
yeah, thank you.
hope that everything
You
is
know,
great with you.
I gotta say though, I got what Gilly or Rebecca, Mark, Jim. We've been doing this for almost 3 years now. Can you believe
Yeah,
that shit?
that's
No,
And
for
we
crazy.
sure.
added Ian and Cole. That was a ton
Yeah.
of fun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone through
Hmm.
some members, man. You know what? It's tough to lose this. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy my Friday nights thoroughly.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Yeah.
and it's never say never, because I'm sure that there's going to be some time of the day you don't work, and maybe we
Oh
can get
yeah.
up, something going on sometime.
Hmm.
I mean,
That's
I
that's the
know.
goal.
I don't know how long.
Or he could get
I don't know
fired
how
in 2 months and
long.
he could be back. Just
Yeah.
You know what? They could come to me and be like, "Hey, did you announce this on a podcast? Like, what the fuck were you thinking?"
Yeah, there goes
You
your
are out of
clearance.
here.
Yeah.
You are
But
out of here.
you
realistically,
have
I
you have
do.
super secret security clearance. You're not allowed to go
Yeah.
announcing to the public that you work in a nuclear power
No
plant.
shit. Yeah, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
We'll find out
Okay.
soon enough. I'm hoping to make a cameo every now and again, though. If I get the
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you're ever
layoff,
Yeah.
off on a Friday night, you're in.
we'll get,
Yeah.
I would love
You
to
just
be an
Yeah.
NPC.
you tell me 5 minutes beforehand, you're in. That's easy.
So,
Okay,
well,
so
that's
we.
the one thing too. I was like, I hope I can stay in the Discords. I really enjoyed this. This is fun.
Oh no, we're kicking you out.
Yeah, I was
Actually,
gonna say,
Ian is in the
no.
middle of
Bye,
removing
deuces.
you from Discord right
Yeah,
now.
no.
Sorry, you've
I have
already
to
been
become a
deleted.
Bye,
Patreon to
Felicia.
get back in.
I'm sorry. Security's here to escort you out of the building.
Security.
Yeah, right.
Security. Oh gosh. Okay.
You gotta
Yeah, so
block
we-
them on everything.
all
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media.
All social media.
Fun.
You're not even allowed to subscribe to the podcast.
Ooh. Oh,
Unless it's
down
on
to
Twitch,
37
then
with my
oh.
Twitch. Yeah, my
Yeah.
Twitch is fun.
Unless you're a Patreon, bye. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we still need ratings and reviews, even though it feels like we just ended something. We're not stopping streaming,
No.
and we're not stopping doing a podcast. So if you got ratings and reviews, just do it. Like, you haven't done it yet, just do it. We're still an affiliate for FanRoll. Go to our Discord server or our Linktree, which is Linktree/sometimes you crit. We have links to their site. If you use sometimes Y10, you get 10% off your purchase. Every week we roll for a recap, but this week we did not, because really there was 2 survivors, and one was the only person that saw most everything to the end. So we went against the grain. We did what we normally don't do, and we assigned the recap to Cole because he has keen mind IRL and he is really good at this and he saw everything. So Cole, why don't you tell us what happened in the last episode?
Well, in the last episode, Doran saw Trax briefly breathe a breath of life before the Inquisitor quickly took it back away and knocked him unconscious. Gilly was knocked unconscious, and Nico, through the use of the Fire Buddy, luckily was able to escape the grasp of the Inquisitor and come over by me. And together, after Nico cast Water Breathing in hot pursuit from a fire giant, we jumped into the river running underneath the platforms, and unfortunately left everyone else to die. But
No.
we didn't have much choice in the matter, I guess. So as we were floating down the river, I looked through my handy dandy spell book projection thing, and manifest mind. That's the technical term.
Man, I like the spell book looking around thingy that you described, but manifest mind will work also.
And saw that Pyre, in his rage after realizing that Pebble was executing the plan that we had going into and destroying the blade, decided to fire a fireball at Trax and Gilly, and what was left indicated that they were no longer living. And so Doran will have that image seared into his head, at least for the next 30 days. But I imagine with the nightmares he's going to get and have them recurring over time, that it shall continue, and keen mind, a blessing, shall become a curse.
Oh.
Yes, I forgot about the 30-day thing. When you mentioned that, I'm like, oh my gosh, you are right. That is in your brain for 30 days.
It'll be there for more than 30 days.
Right. So we haven't really talked about what we're doing this episode. And because everyone is kind of, this is kind of like a wrap up, it feels like, for the entire season. Because of, 3 people perished, 2 made it out alive, and the blade has been around since...
You said 100 years.
No. I don't know.
Episode.
Like
Episodes.
3?
I want...
Yeah.
I want to say it appeared
Found
in
it on the
episode
ship.
3. You found it on the ship, episode 3 or 4. So it's been around for 50 episodes. So really, this was the story of the blade. You guys were just kind of there, and the blade had its arc, and its arc is gone. So we're gonna do a little wrap up here. I've got a couple of ideas how we could do this, and I think we should kind of have each individual person kind of wrap their individual story up, and then we're going to do like a little group thing and talk about what went on and what happened. So why don't we start with Gilly? All right. So Gilly, you have perished.
Yes.
You now are... Describe to me Melora's realm.
Well, Melora is... It's funny because she's the goddess of both like the ocean and of the farming.
Mm-hmm.
And so Gilly always worshipped the farmer side of it. So she would see like a meadow. That's where Gilly would be, in like a meadow.
Okay.
Like a pasture. And that's where...
All right. Yeah, so you're moving through... You know what I see? Do you remember Gladiator?
Gladiator, right away. Yep.
Yeah.
Right? When he sees the wife and she's walking through there and her hands are just...
Yes. That's what I'm picturing. Yes.
Touching. Yes. The
That's
tall,
how I'm picturing.
Yes. You're just walking through there. Yes.
That's how I'm picturing it. Yes.
I don't believe that you would actually see Melora. You would feel Melora.
Mm-hmm.
And you would feel her presence as you're there.
Okay.
And you can feel that there's a calmness. And there is... Ian, stop it. There's a calmness. There's a serenity that you have. Like, you were just killed, but you feel like she's welcoming you. Feel like you've done something that has helped everyone, and you're being rewarded by this very peaceful afterlife. This is not one of those, and we had talked about this before. I have followed shows where somebody dies and they go, "Oh, I'm going to go back to my God," and then we're going to talk it out, and then they're going to have a quest and they're going to go back to life. We're not doing that. This is your new reality. This is your afterlife, but it's very peaceful. And whatever you want there, you can have a little farmhouse, and you can have a little swing that you can sit on, and you can just walk through the meadows all day long. So this is really your time. So how do you feel? Tell us about Gilly right now.
Well, Gilly, she definitely wants peace in a farmhouse, but she has some things she needs to get off her chest that she never said to the rest of the group.
Okay, so you feel that even though you feel like you want to say this, you feel like there is a certain power that's going to be given to your words, and you
Mhm.
feel like the people who you're talking to may be able to, if not hear every word, feel the emotion of what you are saying to them.
Okay. So first, Doran, I forgive you for always talking down to me. At first, it was cute because you were small, and I thought, well, he's not big and tall and strong like me, so always God is his brain, so it makes him feel big to talk down to me. It's cute, and he thinks because I'm country, I'm stupid, and then it got to be a little annoying, and then I just got used to it anyway. I just want you to know I forgive you. And Nico, you talked down to me too, but I tried to kill you, so we're square. Tracks, at first I didn't understand you. I mean, you're a bard that didn't sing. I just didn't understand that. But then you became a holy man, and I understood that. So I just hope that when you meet Kikanuda, you will actually sing her a damn song. And sweet baby Pebble, I just want you to know this is all your fucking fault. And if anybody sees my mama and my daddy, please don't tell them about the brownies, and please don't tell them I flashed the Inquisitor. Thank you. So,
Oh, you feel, like I said, peace, serenity. You know that what you did was the best thing. The result of the blade being destroyed and the power that was within it being destroyed, you know that was the best of all circumstances that could have ended up.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next we have let's go with Trax. Trax, tell me a little bit about the realm of Kikanudi.
Well, Kikanuti is from the desert, so it's like a desert band of goblins. They raised when they first raised up from the earth. She led them out, and she's always protective and trying to keep her worshippers safe. And now I'm in the safest place I can be, so I'm very happy.
Okay, and what does Kikanudi usually show herself as?
She looks like a goblin, Buka. She has like corn ear, hair braids. She is always wearing a brightly painted tunic.
Okay, and do you think in your afterlife in this desert area, are you alone, or are you like in a tribe of goblins or
Well,
something?
yeah, all the past worshippers that are now with their god, we're all there together and enjoying the afterlife.
Okay, so is this something like I'm feeling this, and I'm not doing the, I'm referencing a religious thing, but I'm not trying to make it this religious thing, even though we're talking about a religious thing. It's kind of like a Moses in the desert kind of deal, where the followers are being led through
maybe a
the desert or
paradise in the
something. Or
desert type of thing.
gotcha. Okay.
Not we're not lost. We're at home.
Okay.
It just happens to be surrounded by desert.
Okay. Is there any like oases there, or is it, or you're fine with just the desert?
It's just perfect, comfortable place.
Okay.
In
All
the
right.
middle of a
Great.
desert setting.
All right. Yeah. There's just this beautiful thing, and you've got this this tribe of other goblin believers of Kikanudi,
Mm-hmm.
and if I remember right, Kikanudi's thing was wasn't it
A
not
clay pot
bowls,
with a
but
stylized bird.
right, clay pots with birds. So everyone is eating and drinking out of these. They always fill themselves up with the food and drink of whatever you want. It's a very beautiful. Maybe not everybody would consider it beautiful because it's the desert, but to you, it is the perfect place to be.
I've been to the desert. It's a very beautiful place.
Did you
Okay,
have a
and
horse with no name?
No, I was on a horse. We were at a dude ranch, but yeah,
oh, nice.
It had a
Okay.
name.
it had a name. I just don't remember it because it was a long time ago. But
All right. And do you want does Trax want to say anything or talk to anybody or express his sort of feeling about where he's at and how he ended up there?
I'm at peace with how it all worked out. I have no regrets. I have no ill will toward the rest of our party. In fact, for the ones that are still alive, I'll send my prayers and blessings. So
Okay. All right, great. Great. Let's go with, you know what? I'm going to do all the dead people first. Pebble.
Okay.
Pebble.
Yeah, I didn't have a god.
You didn't have a god, and you were inside of the blade when it was taken out.
Does that mean I died a god?
You died a god.
does that make him
I
a
hate to
black
say
hole
this.
or something?
I'm coming up with this, and please don't hate me for saying this. I feel like Pebble is going to be living eternity in nothingness.
That's fair.
It's because there's no God for you.
Yeah.
And as you're going into the nothingness, how do you feel?
I'm okay. I'm at peace with it. Pebble lived a relatively short life. He was a stone golem. His master turned him on a couple years ago, and he did some housework, and then he got on, and then he was killed, and then came on a boat and came over here. Spent a couple of months with some new friends, and then he died.
Real rags to riches story.
Yeah. I started doing laundry, and I ended up saving the world. At least that's what he thinks.
That was the last thought that went through his mind.
Yep.
Let's go to Nico. So Nico, well, we're going to kind of frame this as Nico and Doran, but we'll go to each of you individually. Okay. So Nico and Doran, you guys were being drug you had been drug underwater. Excuse me. Nico was a reef shark. I don't know how long you can remain reef shark. It doesn't really matter. Eventually, hours.
1 hour.
Oh, still plenty of time. It doesn't matter. I think underwater breathing lasts like 8 hours or something like that, right?
24.
Oh, 24. See, I don't know anything about D&D. So you guys, you guys were going underwater there. Nico was sort of guiding you along. Eventually, you were down there so long that he changed back out of reef shark form. If you could do it again, you could make it again. If not, you guys sort of tumbled through and were ejected into the mountain's tears, the river that went down. You guys came out. I'm gonna go ahead. Why don't you guys, between the two of you, work out what happened after that? Because we are literally just talking this out right now. So, what did you two do after you came out? You got out of the water. You're alive. You're well. Well, I don't know how well you are, and you're out of the mountain.
So I imagine Folletti is dead because she would have been underwater for over an hour.
You have not seen hide nor hair of Letty.
Okay.
Well, I guess we would wash up on a shore somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just a matter of trying to figure out where we're at and
I'm
coming to terms with our whole group being dead.
Yeah, I'll relay what happened. I might leave out some of the gory details though.
Okay. All right. So
And
Nico
then
knows everything, or everything you
I
want to tell
might
him.
just yeah, and then I might just say, so if as far as I can tell, we have two options. We go and live our lives on our own, or we ride this river back to Limbrelli. We don't have to choose the same option, but whichever you decide is just fine with me.
Yeah. I think it's time we left because we don't know what kind of shitstorm we're gonna walk into. I think it's down the old dusty trail. If you're willing to keep traveling, let's find the next place to go and see what we can do from there.
I appreciate that, but I think I'm probably going to try to ride this river back to Limbrelli. I think they ought to know what happened here, and I will probably either be raised a hero, and if you choose to not participate in that, of course, that's your choice. Because the other option is I either am killed, executed for killing a member of the council, and supposedly stealing the blade, or I am deemed a raving madman. But 1 out of 3 ain't bad, so I'll take that shot. The most opportunity
No.
is there for me.
You're very smart. 1 out of 3 is terrible. Like you're very smart. Like this isn't you talking. This is PTS Doran right now having this conversation. 1 out of 3 is bad. Paletti doesn't come back, and if she does, the best thing that happens is she doesn't kill you immediately. The city has been looking for the blade for how long? They knew we had it. Our face has been plastered everywhere. The last place we should end up is Lambrelli. Good luck if that's where you want to go, but I'm gonna go lose myself in the forest. Probably find my way back home.
I think I'll head back to Lambrelli and I'll let you know how it goes. If you hear from me in the next few
Yeah,
days, like in your head, then
I
we'll
was
see
gonna
what
say if you can
happens.
reach me, but message goes just about anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sending does. Yeah.
Always call me if you need help, but I'm not taking that chance. They know us too
If
well.
I
I get flaming red hair. I stick out. Not doing it.
if I come into a massive amount of money, I will share it with you if you would like.
Yeah, sure, money doesn't mean much to me. I'm a tree hugger by nature.
Just saying, you can buy a lot of those fancy stabs you got.
Well, let's finish this one.
Okay, so you guys are gonna split paths, from what it
Sounds like it, yeah.
Okay, so Nico, I'll throw out a couple options towards you. You can choose
All right.
neither if you want. Option A is you head back towards your homeland. Option B is you head out into the wild blue yonder just looking for adventure. But option C, dude, do we have a place for you?
No,
It's
No.
righteous.
Yeah.
Totally
You know,
righteous,
listen,
dude.
I'm not
Yes.
that
We
kind of
want you
tree hugger.
here.
Actually, what my idea for Nico was more that he's not going to go back to Lambrelli. He's going to stay around the outskirts, and he's already lost 3 people. So if he hears of Doran getting in trouble, he's gonna go try and save him. Otherwise,
Okay.
he's gonna leave it alone. He doesn't need fame or notoriety. He's a druid now who's lost 3 of his closest friends. He needs to take some time to figure out where he's going and what he's doing. And if that
Gotcha.
means meditating in the woods until he becomes part of a tree, so be it.
Okay.
This is
So
like
you,
the
but
most un-Chris character ever.
I
so
tried to do something different.
so you guys are several days north of Lambrelli. Are you guys going to? Because you said you're going to head on the outskirts of Lambrelli. So are you
Yeah.
going to just split immediately, and then you go off one way, or are you guys going to like travel together for a little while and then split off when you get near Lambrelli?
I
I would
think that's up
imagine
to
I would
Nico.
go with him. Yeah, I would kind of walk with him until like honestly, I imagine he and I would talk most of the way to figure out what happened. And then when we got close enough, I'd be like, all right, this is where I go my own way. Good luck. Call me if you need me. You know how to get in touch with me. You're the only person that can, really.
Okay, so as you guys are going to walk. It's a couple days, till you can get within eyesight of maybe not even Lambrelli, but the area around Lambrelli. It's way off in the distance still, but you know that that's Lambrelli. And
Yeah.
over the city, you see a raging storm. And it's completely black in almost a cone directly over the city. And there is very evil looking like lightning bolts and things flying in out of the black and everything. And that is the last thing you guys see before we end. Okay. So, what you want to do? You want to talk out what we did, what happened, what you guys have questions about? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got questions.
Yeah, I got
We
questions.
all have questions.
Okay, so who? Let's. I heard the first I have questions is from Rebecca. So Rebecca, hit me with one.
Headmaster.
They don't have to be for me either. They can be for anybody.
Headmaster.
The headmaster, which is something I could still pull up later. My idea for the headmaster from the beginning was going to be a Doctor Who type character.
Gosh.
It was going to be a Doctor Who type character, and that could have taken us in crazy different directions. And I can't remember. I think it was while you guys were on the turtle. Yes, exactly. When you were on the turtle, you were trying to kill Nico, and that was the
Mhm.
deal you had made with Baba Yaga.
Yes.
And if you had killed him, if he had dropped, the headmaster, just like Doctor Who, would have appeared in his little vehicle, his little vessel, and asked you to come in with him.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So, because I did not do with my character what I had intentionally planned because I never met the headmaster.
Right. And to tell you, I mean, you looked for him for a little while, and then we forgot about it for a long time. And then
I never forgot, but there was so much other stuff
Taking clocks.
happening.
Taking clocks.
There was always ticking
Yeah,
clocks.
there was always ticking clocks. So I couldn't be like,
Right.
"Hey, let's stop and find the headmaster."
So I will tell you. So this is what I do, and this is not going to surprise some of you, but this will maybe surprise some people. I have ideas about what's going on, and whatever you guys choose to be interested in, I try to go off in that direction. So if you'd have said, we're going to stop and we're going to find the damn headmaster, you'd have found the headmaster. Because I want you to do what you want to do. And it was always like, hey, we're going to look for the headmaster, ask some questions, and then we kind of move on. And then we do this and we move on. So whenever you guys say, when I feel you're really interested in something, I try to kind of make that what we're doing.
Right,
Instead
but we
of-
could never get as
Right.
the group to look for the headmaster. It was always me looking for the headmaster. But then the
Right.
group would do something else, and then I would go with the group. So
Right. Yeah, so that was the idea behind the headmaster. That was it.
Okay.
Mark, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering if the Sultan destroyed the universe and all the planes.
Oh yeah.
TBD.
There's a shitstorm brewing over top of Lambrelli.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was the Sultans.
There is a storm brewing over Lambrelli.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was a connection, but I didn't want to bring it up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was my idea of it. That I wanted them. In fact, if you guys would have like
Survived.
and we may want to keep on playing or whatever. But if we guys had like survive and we're going to keep on going, that would have been the next big bad.
Okay.
It would have been the Sultan, because with in my mind, and you know, if you're one of the D&D people that knows all the history and all this stuff, well, I'm sorry, I don't. In my mind, you know, those people are super ultra powerful on their own plane, but not as powerful on other planes. And in order to move from plane to plane to plane, like there's effort involved in it. But having something like the Genoa keeps the reserves, you're able to move and do a lot more faster. That's in my mind how the Genoa would have played out with him. And since the Genoa was immune to fire, it's kind of perfect for fire giants to be on. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, what was the relationship between the Inquisitor and Pyre? Because after he took off the fire giant's head, they kind of like rode down. Hey, all right, gotta go, bro.
The Inquisitor just kind of showed up out of nowhere, like.
Right. So the Inquisitor. So to me, the Inquisitor is he's got okay. For those of you who didn't listen to our, did we do it during the first season?
Yeah,
Or did
that's
we
where
do
the
it?
Inquisitor.
Right. Yeah. So
came
during the
up.
first season, we had the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor there was someone who was out there. They were against magic, and they want to destroy people that were using magic. But that was on the other continent. On this continent, people use magic, and there's not enough Inquisitors, so they're just kind of here. But it's still what they want. They still want to destroy people with magic. Pyre is a big person with magic. The Inquisitor knew that it was nearly impossible for him to take down Pyre by himself, but Pyre knew that he couldn't take down the Inquisitor by himself. So it was kind of a stalemate-ish thing between the two of them. That was the idea in my head, where one knew the other one, like they were kind of matched, where it would have been just like butting heads.
What is it? Immovable object in a unstoppable force situation.
Yes. So that was what my idea was for that.
Okay.
So I will tell you one thing.
Ready to move on.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, Brian.
Love him.
So really hoping
Brian
you would get back to Brian at some
was
point.
Brian an
Brian.
Inquisitor? Was Brian
Brian.
like working with the Inquisitors? Because like he basically camouflaged himself, right? And used magic to do that. So
He was a Sith Lord. How many times do we have to go over this?
Brian's a Sith Lord. I really.
Force sounds kind of like magic. Just throwing it out there.
Sometimes I don't have everything completely worked out. And
No.
Brian literally was from the beginning just Brian. And he was just a dumb guy. And I just thought it was kind of funny. And then I kind of kept it going. And then somebody, and I believe it was
Rebecca.
I think it was Rebecca, said, "Oh man, he could be a Sith Lord." And I don't know if it was right before that.
It was me who was like, "Hey, have you ever heard the Jar Jar was a Sith Lord theory?"
Right,
and
yeah. Jar Jar. It's called Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar. Yeah.
Darth Jar Jar. And for those of you who don't know about this, you should read about it on the internet, because everything on the internet is true.
It's even blown up even more since the actor who played Jar Jar did a cameo in something recent. Yeah, in Mando. It's blown up even more since then.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So he was just one of those that I kept around, and then once they took Brian, I decided that well, first of all, he went there and he went back into the apartment. He got taken. Like, okay, that's simple. And at that point is when I decided Brian was going to be more. And I didn't have it completely all the way worked out exactly what he's going to be. So I wish I could answer your question, but I can't. I'm sorry. That was a loose end that if it would have appeared again, I would have tied it up, but I didn't. And I could lie to you and tell you that I had it all thought out completely, but I didn't.
But now that you've brought it up,
I have to think. I'm doing a lot of thinking tonight. So I know that doesn't help. I
It's
had
fine.
Brian as somebody who was trying to basically remove the blade from the field of play. That was my thought. That was the general thought process where whoever he was and whoever he worked with, they were just trying to get the blade out of play. They did not want it to be in trouble. They brought it into the mountain, and then with everything else going on, things kept on shifting, and I kind of went away from Brian.
Yeah,
In my head,
we don't quite know
in my
where.
head, Brian is dead.
Yeah, we don't know how the blade ended up, where it ended up, because the last we
Right.
saw of it was with Brian. So
Right. In my head, Brian was in there, and Brian died with the blade. But I don't have it all completely worked out. Sorry. All right,
That's
Rebecca,
fine.
I know you had another question.
I forget it now, but I do have a question.
Yes.
How exactly did No Nose get the blade?
Okay, when you start asking, the word exactly is what really throws me here. So No Nose was just okay. So No Nose
Like,
was
did
a
he poach
fence.
it?
He was a
Okay, so he's
fence.
the fencer.
Yeah, he's a fence, and he had gotten it from, somehow the people with the Assassins Guild. Somebody was on a mission. They had the blade for some reason, and they were killed. And then that blade was just sort of moved around. And then once it was moved around, he got it. He was bringing it back to Lambrelli.
Okay.
And then that was how that worked out. And I think we talked about this before, and I'm not sure if we did it on that one recap show.
I think Folletti had mentioned it in one of our conversations with her, because we were asking about like how
but I don't
why
trust
she's
Folletti.
looking for the blade outside of Lambrelli and why the blade left Lambrelli.
Yeah.
And so she
Right.
was like, as a member of the Assassin's Guild, I was going to retrieve it after one of our members died or something like that.
Right. And I may have mentioned this before, and if I didn't, then I thought I did. In my head, there was just a thing that was stolen. That's all it was. It was a thing that was
Yeah,
stolen.
I was just trying to, like, was No
Right.
Nose
And
the
then when you
thief?
guys went in
Oh.
there, and I believe it was Trax, and this was a long time ago. I knew that there was like a secret hidey hole, and there was going to be nothing in it. And there was going to be like, somebody has stolen something from the secret hidey hole. And then whatever you guys looked at, he said it's empty. He's like, I'm going to reach in and feel around.
Oh, it was on the ship.
And when he,
yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
and then
feel like it was Trax. I'm not
It-
sure.
it was either Trax or me. It was one of the, because we were
Yeah, I
small. The
was
two small
thinking,
people
yeah.
were under the bed,
Right.
and it's because we were reaching in. That's when you, I guess, decided to put an invisible thing that we would feel.
At that
Yep.
point, I said, okay, there's an invisible thing in there. And then we just moved on. Literally, that was just, it became the blade at that point. And then when I knew we were having an assassin on board, I'm like, well, why is the assassin trying to get it? And it just kept on going with me. And then that's how the assassin's blade came up and everything else.
Wow. Such
Yeah,
a small
my brain
beginning,
just has to work.
and it turned into
It is-
53 episodes.
It was a small beginning. I will tell you something, because not that I feel bad about it. I feel a little bit bad about it, but I know that when and I just didn't have a chance for this. You guys, so for those of you at home, every once in a while these guys will like talk about what's going on and what's happening, and they're like, oh, what they're going to do and what they're going to say and everything else. And at one point, and maybe it happened on the episode, I'm not sure, Rebecca / Gilly said, I want to be the one that's inside the blade, and I want to basically commit suicide inside the blade. And I can't remember when you said it. I can't remember if it was us talking or it was in the episode. So since you had met so many jerks in your episode, I was going to have Melora be this pro-female, anti-male. She wasn't going to let any of the guys talk. she was going to be tell them, why do you let your pet speak, like the whole 9 yards?
Oh my gosh.
But I just never got to that point. I was going to try and do that for you, but it never got to a reasonable point. So
Funny.
yeah.
What about the Iller
Oh.
stone?
The what?
Glowy green
the
mind
glowing-
control rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Ill Earth stone that the
We freed those
It
was-
people that were.
It was
Bill-
also
Bill-
in the
Build a pool.
Oh, the blue.
Yeah, that
yeah. It was also in the painting of the Binding of Pyre.
Right. So in my head, that was just the what do you call it? What do you call the objects that just you need to make the plot move forward?
Material-
MacGuffin.
Oh, okay.
MacGuffin. That was the MacGuffin. That was the MacGuffin that was part of the binding process of Pyre.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Yeah, for some odd reason,
So-
I thought in my head that we were going to rebind Pyre into the blade somehow.
I did too.
That's how I thought this was going to end in a happy way, but it didn't work out.
I don't think you guys realize how much I make up from not from episode to episode, from second to second. Like literally, when you guys were at the painting, and I just said, "Oh yeah, there's a painting with and this is all I wanted. I wanted gods that were showing binding Pyre. That was it." And then someone goes, "Oh, is Melora there?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, Melora's there." "Oh, is Kikanuti there?" "Well, Kikanuti's the one that's binding Melora." And then I think Cole goes, "Are they in a specific stance? Are they somewhere that relates like to the city?" I'm like, well, yes, they are. In fact, they're at the exact spots where they're like, I didn't have that in my head at all. But when you guys
That's
talk,
hilarious.
I'm just trying to make it work with you. And that was what kind of came out of it. I mean, it is second to second sometimes. So, and sometimes I pause and I'm like, I shouldn't be pausing. I should just be coming up with something. But I try to do it like second to second. I don't like doing it second to second, but when you guys do whatever the hell you want to do, kind of you have to make stuff up as we go along.
Like some people are made to DM and some are not. I've tried it and I can't think as fast as that. I'm good at coming up with witty responses, but I cannot like change plot lines in my head on a whim like that.
But you know what I do all the time, and this, I know you guys are like, I don't care, but like I will think of stuff like the show will be over, and then the next day I'll wake up, I'm like, oh crap, I should have ended it like this. That would have been perfect. It's like, you know, when you're getting in a fight with somebody and somebody says something to you and you're like, you don't have a really good comeback. And like the next day you're like, yeah, well, screw you too, buddy. Like it came in my head, but I didn't have it then. It happens to me all the time. Like, God, I wish I'd have done that. Yeah. God, I wish I'd have done that. God, I wish I'd have done that.
I just think it's funny when you say you come up with all these things that we could do and what you would do and all this stuff, and then it never works out that way because we go take a U-turn and
we pivot all the time.
On you. Are those all the different scenarios
after page,
that can happen?
After page, after page, after
Holy
page.
Shit.
And I just sit there and I'll like this one. I'm like, okay, let's look at one of the last things I wrote.
Yeah, give us
Final showdown. Final showdown. Here's the restless jackals. Here's information about the Inquisitor, what he is, how he has it. That he's got basically something that acts as a +3 Avenger. Motivations. What's the Jackal's motivation? They want to get the blade to give it to Pyre. What's the Inquisitor's motivation? They want to get the blade to destroy it, and that if they destroy it, they'll also kill Pyre, which is what they really wanted. Pyre, he wants the blade because he wants to be a god again. Keegan and Malort. Like I've got all this stuff I was writing down. Faletti, the Salt, like everything of what they wanted, and I just keep on writing things down in between sessions that I spurs me, and then I forget what I wrote down.
So was Faletti a good one at the end of the day? Was she a good person, or did we peg her?
In my head, the entire season, from the get-go, from day one, Faletti was a good person.
Oh shit!
Not good, but you know,
she wasn't
was not
trying to screw
against
us.
you.
Yeah,
and
she didn't
nothing I did, I felt from Faletti's point of view screwed you, but you guys all felt it, and I kept on going, am I wrong?
No.
What am I doing here?
I agree with you.
You screwed me from the get, though.
I didn't feel that she was trying to screw us.
By having the same drink as you?
No! Listen, you all gave
that
me
snotty
shit.
ass bitch.
You all gave me shit for that freaking journal. The journal.
You did give the journal away.
Yeah. And she sweet talked me out of that. So she screwed me from the
Oh, I
get
see.
with that journal.
So hold on a second. So what you're saying is, let me make sure I get this right. She asked to buy something from you, and you said yes, and that is therefore her screwing you.
Yeah.
You're muted,
You're
Rebecca.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
You're
Rebecca,
muted.
you're muted.
Sorry.
There we go.
All right, go ahead.
She did not let me know the value of it. She was just,
Why would
you know.
she let you know?
Right, but then you all gave me shit for it. All of
Yeah,
you.
I mean, that's on us, not her.
All of you.
We were
Well,
just
all
jealous
of
because
you.
we were poor and you had 100 gold pieces.
That's right. Hey, 100 gold pieces is a lot.
For first level characters, yeah.
Right. Now, I
And
will
then
say,
you all found out what the journal was really worth, and then you all gave me even more shit for it.
Well, yeah.
And then I was like, well, she screwed me over this. She was like, oh, yeah. So
but in the end, she asked you if she could buy the journal. She offered you a price, and you said yes.
Yeah, she
Right.
didn't do anything wrong. It's her.
well,
you
no,
know.
she didn't, but she
I feel like you're just putting your guilt onto her. You're projecting.
she took advantage of poor, innocent Gilly's naivety.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, poor
100%.
country Rube.
Poor thing. Now, Rebecca saw right through it, but you know, Gilly was like literally fresh off the farm, so she's like, "Oh, 100 gold pieces. That's like I'm rich." So
Gotta buy
that's a-
buy some silk dresses.
that's right. She was like, all she could see was all the silk dresses she could buy.
And
So now,
you know what?
guess
I can't.
Oh, no.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, now that the blade is gone, how does the council get sorted out? But they have a bigger problem overhead right now, so I don't think that's a big deal.
Right. So,
I don't think the council needed the blade to survive. It was just
right. The
That was
council
just a
wasn't
but
a.
you
bloody
needed
thing.
it to be on the council.
no,
So
no.
do they just
Having
permanently lose a member?
no, you didn't need it to be on the council, but having it would put you on the council. That's how I
That's
feel.
what I'm saying. But now that it's gone, is there a member no longer on the council? And does everyone else on the council have an object that gets them on the council?
Man, Chris.
Like the
that
6
is an-
pieces of 8.
Ooh.
Or the 8
Yes.
pieces of whatever. Like
Yes.
Write it down. Write it down.
Too
Jim.
late.
Yes.
You stop pulling
Write
the
it down.
bullshit out of the air like
Yes.
Write it down, Jim. So
Yes.
you know,
I don't have
if
a
we ever
pen
go
with me. I
back.
didn't even bring a pen to this episode.
What?
Yeah.
Yes,
and yes, everyone on the council. Of course they do. That's the way it's always been. Yeah, from the beginning. Everyone on the council has something that puts them on the council. See, I have two things in my head. Two things with the blade. Number one, the gods that are associated with the city were the ones that bound Pyre. So their powers were used to bind Pyre. So they wanted to keep that blade close. They didn't want that blade to get away because they don't want Pyre out. So it's better to have it there. You know, the better to was it the
Keep
better
your
to
enemy closer or something?
keep your enemies.
yeah,
Yes,
keep your
yes,
friends
yes.
close.
Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
Yeah.
So you want to keep the blade close so that everyone can do it. For some odd reason, somebody took it out of town. I'm sure there's a reason, but I don't have it on me. And then all this crap happened. So now I feel like since the blade was destroyed, and it was destroyed his power, that somehow that weakened the gods within the city.
Mm.
And they've got a sultan problem.
So
Oh, well.
Pyre was like
Not my monkeys, not my circus.
so Pyre was like known to like the council and what it was. It was just like the general public probably had like it's lost to history, but
Exactly.
you got what's her name, the Eternal Empress.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably there,
Mm-hmm.
so she knew she knew what all that stuff was. Okay,
Do you want to know about her?
sure.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you want to know about her? What do you think you know about
What's
her?
Really
her name?
eternal?
What's her turn-ons? You know.
Okay, we know nothing about her. Literally.
Was she really eternal?
Well,
Would she have
I
been a
try-
bitch
I
to
tried
us?
to
Would she have
drop-
been a snooty ass bitch to us if we had met her?
I tried
Well,
to drop a lot
Gilly
of
says
little
yes.
hints. I tried to drop a lot of little hints. in my head, since we're going to go down this road here, she does not exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Like
or did exist a long time ago, and now
Right.
it's using her name, because remember I
The face
said
of the
several
council.
times, like, oh, she never
Exactly. I was just gonna
appears, she
say
doesn't
that.
go to these things, she's not seen out in
Right.
public, and I kept on dropping these things like that, but it was very subtle.
Just the council behind the curtain.
Right, exactly. It's the
kinda,
council that has right.
yeah, I was getting that feeling.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, that was
She was the
my head.
face of Oz,
yeah,
not the man behind the
Yes.
curtain.
Yes.
The
The
great and
council was one.
powerful.
And really, if we'd have like stayed in Lambrelli and kept on going, like there was a point, I think you guys got really close to potentially.
Oh yeah, with the plank and all the stuff around there, where we were
Yes.
angling to get an audience.
You were close. You were real close, and
To
I
the
thought
jackholes.
that
Well,
there was
it's the jackals fucked us over with that one.
The jackholes,
Is
yeah.
that why they appeared?
Yeah, they took
Yes.
the plank from us.
I was afraid of having like 4th level Pebble get onto the damn council.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with that?
This is all getting out of control.
That's right. That would have spiraled out of control fast.
Roll up your opposites now.
So
Exactly.
the other one that I kind of held on to was, at one point we were in like the assassin's den, like underground, because we had the big chasm issue. We couldn't get across the bridge or whatever it was.
Right.
But then we walked up onto a room that had a
teleport
symbol
circle.
on the floor. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes.
what the hell was the
Teleportation
teleport circle?
Yeah, it was a teleportation circle.
But was
And I
there
was
a
gonna-
shitload of them throughout the city?
Yes. So in my head, where the God, this is all from so long ago, and I had originally thought it up. In my head, the council exists not necessarily on that plane. They're in the city, but in like another dimension inside the city, and there are different,
like a pocket dimension inside the city.
Yes, and there are different teleportation circles that could have taken you to them. They all go to the council.
Wow.
They all go to the council?
They all go to the council.
Okay, because I know I wrote down the teleportation signal symbol, and I still have it in my inventory. And I knew as soon as I was going to hit level 5, I assumed that's my way back to Lambrelli, because if I use that teleportation circle symbol, I should go to that circle.
That would have taken you to the council.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. Exactly.
The level 5 spell.
Yeah. So that was like I said, there's a lot of things I like think about and go, oh, this could be cool, and then you guys kind of move off another direction, and then I just kind of like forget about them. Or I'll say, oh, this could be cool, and then you guys will grab onto the stupidest little thing, and like, okay, well, now we're doing this instead. But that's fine.
Oof.
What else? Anything else you guys want to wrap up on this, or we got plenty of time? We've been talking for that
Gilly ever
long.
get that dress, or?
Okay,
No.
listen, Gilly. I deliberately, I don't know if we talked about this in the other one, I deliberately put the front of the Assassin's Guild at a dress shop. I deliberately had Folletti tell you to go to that dress shop. I had you outside of the dress shop looking at the dresses with your nose pressed up against the window, and all you would have had to do was go in there, and then you guys would have been introduced to the Assassin's Guild, and you would have been on a whole nother path. And you guys are like, nah, fam, we out of here. I'm like, what the hell?
Is anyone else weirded out that he just said "nah, fam"?
Little,
fam.
just
I
a little
think
bit.
I think of all of it, that's what gets me the most.
That's what gets you the most. I teach high school students.
Oh, there it is.
So you got to stay up with the current lingo of the kids.
You gotta do what the kids say.
Whenever I do that to them all the time, I'll say, "Isn't that what the kids say nowadays?" And they're like, "Oh God, Mr. Gilbert, don't do that. Don't do that. That's embarrassing." I'm like, "No, it's fine." Yeah, but I tried, and that was from the beginning. Well, you were on the boat when she told you that.
Yeah, when she told
was.
I didn't even know where the building was.
Phil.
Yeah, I didn't even know where the building was in Lambrelli, but I knew I was going to make it there.
But there was a lot of, we don't have time for this. We don't have
We did
time
get
for
that.
this. There was a lot of, again, ticking talks. We don't
But
have time for
At
this.
the
We don't
beginning,
have
I
time
did
for
let you
this.
guys kind of like explore.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That's
guys did
true.
explore. You guys kind of did what you wanted to do. I didn't want it to get where you guys are like, okay, we're gonna do a 9 to 5 job, and I'm
Well,
gonna push papers all day long. That would have gotten
well,
old real fast.
what was
I never,
that?
I
What
never
was
got
the
to, I never
area?
got to spend a day pickpocketing in my
No,
job.
you did not.
I
Well,
could
what
have
was
been
the
rich.
was it like the pleasure zone? What was the area of the city we just never
Yeah.
went to?
Was it called the Pleasure Zone?
I don't
Yep.
remember what it was.
I
It
haven't
was something
seen
ridiculous like that. I loved
I
it.
haven't even seen the city of Lambrelli in so long.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
can we
shit,
pull the
right?
map?
I can't
Is the
even
map
see.
on
Let me
here
call up the
still?
map here.
There's the pleasure zone. There's the
Oh,
shadows
here.
beyond that.
Are we?
Pleasure
Do we have
zone.
like map up there, Mark, or not?
He
No.
just switched us off of the map view to our regular, after an hour of us sitting here staring at the map of the last battle.
Oh, here. I'll throw in Lambrelli.
That's
Figures.
not
I
Lambrelli.
did all that work fixing all the
Oh,
video.
that's not Lambrelli. That's Christmas Basement. There's Lambrelli. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So the Pleasure Zone. So,
Yeah.
so in my head, I was like, okay, well, the Shadows is obviously going to be like a really dark and scary place, right? And Serenity Fields, which is right next to like
Serenity now.
well, yeah, but it's right next to a graveyard and all. The Pleasure Zone, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be where you can basically do everything. And the second I said Pleasure Zone, you guys were like, oh wait, whoa, we can't go there.
Whoa.
So then in my head, I'm like, oh, we're making this like over the freaking top, man. We're gonna have dwarves, and we're gonna have
It's Sodom and
we're
Gomorrah.
gonna have
this
people
bitch.
with 3 boobs and everything else in there, man. We're going crazy in this
man.
area.
And
So
you know
when
what? You know what's so funny?
What's that?
If we were gonna do, if our next campaign was gonna be in Lambrelli before we were switching over to Pathfinder, my next character was gonna born and raised in the Pleasure Zone,
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God.
Yeah, in my
raised
head,
in
man,
a brothel. Is
the
what
the
That
her
Pleasure Zone was
backstory was gonna be.
yeah, the Pleasure Zone would start off in my head being just like, it's like, there's brothels and stuff like that in there. But man, the way your guys' reaction to it was, oh, we can't go there. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's going to be like out of this world.
Self-righteous.
You guys are going to see crap that's going to curl your hair, man. It's just,
Pebble's mind would have been blown.
yes.
Isn't that like
But
the first place you went to, Pebble?
The trampolines there were crazy.
The pillow forts.
Nutso pillow fort. Yeah, you guys never went past the forge, did you?
No,
No, yeah, we never really went up past there.
I think
Yeah,
Pebble's the only one that went to the forge, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, the arena was in the forge, though. We
Oh,
were
Right,
there
yeah,
a
the
lot.
arena was in the forms. You guys were all there, but you guys never went north of that.
Well, you shot an arrow at his head, and then he turned around and went back home, right?
He's like, screw this, we're out of here. Well, no, that was kind of in, it was still in the forge. That was just to the east of the arena. But you guys didn't even go past the arena, really.
The first time any of us went past there was that time that Pebble went up there alone.
Ticking
Looking for the
clocks.
assassins.
Tick, tick, tick,
Right.
tick,
Yep.
tick, 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 tick.
You know what would have helped with ticking clocks? A Time Lord. Just saying.
Maybe if y'all would have let me have time to look for a headmaster.
Yeah, the headmaster would have been cool. So who else was looking for stuff? So I know we never really got to Pebble.
Yeah, he was looking for who killed his master.
Yeah.
What
We
the assassins that
never
killed his
really
master.
got to that. And I'm gonna just I'll be truthful with you. I really have no idea.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah, it's a secret. In my head, it was something. It was an assassination, and the Assassins Guild did it, but it was very, above board. It was a legal assassination.
I mean, me as a player,
Yeah,
you weren't going to come up with a solution to that question until I asked it, so we weren't there
Right.
yet.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to do that. So we came up with that.
But in the
Nico.
end, he got his revenge against Folletti because he ended up killing her.
Well, I don't know if Folletti had anything to do with it. She just ran the Assassins Guild, but
Right.
she personally
Well,
probably did.
we're gonna defend. If we're gonna defend Folletti with selling me the journal, we're gonna defend Folletti with the Assassin's Guild It's just a job.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I mean, that my master died. It was just a contract they had to
Oh,
fulfill.
so you would go after
Exactly.
the person who put the contract on his head.
Probably, I
Right.
was. Yeah, I would have been
That's
more
the real
about
criminal.
why was he killed and who put the hit out on him, not who did the hit.
Makes sense.
He would have been
At no
hanging
point-
assassins from their ankles, asking, "Where are they?"
I will say though, at no point did I say Fletty was dead.
Ooh.
No, he
It's
was
true.
very vague on that
True.
answer. Actually,
I said you see hot no hot.
He
You
said
don't
we
see
didn't see a
hide nor
body.
hair of her.
No
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, you
and
don't see a
remember,
body.
if someone doesn't die on screen, it didn't happen.
You don't see a
That's
body.
right.
However,
didn't see
if
a
we would
body.
have taken a long rest at all, I probably would have cast Sending to sea.
Well, you had like a 3-day walk back.
Man, if only you did that.
That would have been really helpful, wouldn't it have been?
If-
Chris, what was Nico's thing?
Just to be a druid, right? To go to that school.
Yeah,
It was to go to
I
the
had,
school, right?
I
then
had
he met
maxed out
them.
what I could learn at home, and I was going to a big city where there was a university essentially, because
Right.
Gilly and I were kind of both looking for the headmaster, but he was supposed to be something different to each of us, and it was just kind of like this weird. We connected on that, and when one of us would have been disappointed had we met the headmaster, and the way it works out, it would have been me.
Well, no. Instead, you met Lixus.
Right.
He
And
was still
no,
disappointed.
Well, that's where I put
Oh.
the. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got some tree huggers. Well, of course, they're gonna be
Yeah.
stoners. They're gonna be out there. That's where the school is. Like, there we go. I lead Chris to it, and Chris is like, no, I don't want that. I'm
Honestly,
like,
no, that
Okay.
was my snap. That was my snap decision, though. It was like I didn't grow up around other druids, so I wasn't the same as they were. And when I showed up and they were all stoned, I was like, what? No, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I expected. I came all this way for this shit.
yeah. So whether I mean, everyone does it. So I get a lot of stuff off the things I read. Has anyone here read any of the Malazan books?
No.
No,
It's the best fantasy,
the what?
almost bar none that you're going to read. It's not gritty realism. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I just read that. But in the books, excuse me, it's a 10-book series. Plus there's more books by other people. Plus it ends up being like a 15, 20 book series. But the 10-book
Wow.
main series spans continents. And there is this creature, person. They have different races. He's a Jagat, and this creature who has lived for thousands of years is somebody who is obsessed by time, and he went around building these massive time clocks. And if you remember, outside the University of Lambrelli, I kind of described something like that. There's this big mechanical thing, and in the books, the Malazan books, this guy is basically the destroyer, and he has somebody that follows him around all the time that has kind of a special hammer, weapon, whatever, and he can knock him out. But when this guy's rage gets to a certain point, he can't be stopped. And over the millennium, he has destroyed entire races, but he has no memory of it. And I was going to try and bring him kind of a little bit of the little ideas in there, like, oh, let's put one of his clocks inside the city. Let's put that there. Yeah, if you want to read some now, I will tell you, if you're going to get in the Malazan series, we're probably talking the average book length is 1,200 pages of each of the 10. It is an undertaking.
So
but man,
pick back up my Audible.
yeah, it's and you'll read the first book, and the first book is the weakest. You read the first book, I got it, I got the character, got everything. You start up the second book, completely different characters, completely different continent, completely different everything. You're like, wait, what's going on here? But then they tie together between the gods and different people, and then the third book goes back to the people of the first book, and now they're connecting to the people from the second book, and it just keeps on building and building and building.
Wow.
But that's my thing. For those of you at home, read the Malazan series.
So you're saying if I would have stayed in Lambrelli and studied that tower, I could have been a Time Lord?
Yes.
Well, that concludes.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That concludes Jim's book corner recommendation for the
There
week.
you go. Okay, so Chris, we had Rebecca
Doran's
Mark.
Doran's book, the
Yeah, so the book thing, though, kind of like what I was explaining to Baba Yaga, like I wanted to know what the book was, which of course Jim gave an off the cuff answer to. But I don't know
Oh
if
no,
he
I knew what the
remembers it
book
or
was
not.
from the beginning.
What was the book? I didn't think you had planned that from the beginning.
From the beginning, when you said you're gonna have the book, I'm like, and you said, well, it's you guys are digging deep. You're looking for this. I'm like, well, it's the book of the Balrog.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or the Tome of the Balrog. Well, I
Yeah,
can't remember
something
exactly
like
what I
that.
called it.
Yeah.
Either the Book of the Balrog or the Tome of the Balrog. And
Okay.
I, in my head, that book could have been either a connection to the Balrogs or a way to control a Balrog.
Either way, immensely powerful and incredibly valuable.
Yes.
So, so I suppose I kind of already had the answer for that, but it was kind of like an ends to or a means to an end for me.
Mhm.
It was never like the end itself. So
But it gave you
Right.
godlike intelligence, so you got a good deal out of it.
it did.
It did.
I wish I
And
had
that how'd that
something to
feel?
trade.
How'd that feel? How'd that feel?
Well, during our discussion after the Baba Yaga episode, I honestly felt pretty good. During the episode, it was a little rough. After the episode, I was like, okay, I came out the best here. I'll take it.
Yeah, he
Baba
got some of the answers he was there for. Would he have
Baba
stayed in
Yaga was my favorite.
Oh,
I loved that whole thing. Like I enjoyed
That was
the
fun.
search for the island. I enjoyed the
clicking
turtle
of the
god. Yes. Because if you look up Baba Yaga, if you look up the things of it, her teeth are they're like false teeth and they can act by themselves. And sometimes they leave her mouth and fly around.
Ugh.
So yeah, exactly. Ugh.
The false
So,
teeth are magical.
Right. So that's and so in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put freaking Baba Yaga there, not to fight against you because that's overkill, but she'd be somebody who she goes around. She'd be kind of like researching the Genoa. Why not? Why not? She's on a god. She's on the back of a god to these people. They're turtle god, and she's researching the Genoa. Why not? And then when it got to be with you guys, like, oh, we can. I don't know how it came into my head that we can start doing trading for stuff. Then that got fun. That got fun. I can't remember how it all went down with everybody. I remember that Rebecca
Yeah.
played it so well. And I so appreciate that because she was like, they're trying to kill me. Oh, and she kept right with it. And Bob was like, oh, really? Who are these people? Oh, and she called Nico out like by name. She called out Nico, and Baba Yaga's like,
I know.
I'll tell you what. If you kill Nico, I will set you up with the headmaster. And she's like, deal. I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
EVP.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, just trying to
Well,
get
at least
people
one of us
away
did.
from each other.
Crazy Gilly was fun to play. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What did you get from that, Chris? With Baba Yaga? Oh, Chris tried to. Oh yeah. Hold on a second, Chris. Remind me of the deal you had with her.
I was essentially going to be given like an access to unlimited power, but once I was the greatest druid in the world, I would be killed and she would take my soul. So my plan the whole time was to never actually max out and be like the Grand Master and just be one step down.
So in my head, when that happened, this was my plan for you. My plan for you was you were eventually going to go to and you didn't bite. You were going to go to the Druids.
Yeah.
And you were going to go to the school to start your studying. And instantly you were going to become the greatest druid of all time. and killed immediately. That was my thought process. Was you were going to start and immediately it was going to all just surge into you. You were going to be the greatest druid of all time, and then gone.
Death.
Yeah.
Nope.
That was my idea, but sometimes I forget my ideas. Like right when you mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. I thought about doing that.
I plan on killing him.
I did plan on killing you.
And you
Mark,
never
go through? Did we go through your thing, Mark?
Well, yeah, we had that.
What were you looking for?
Well, I was actually running away. I was running
Oh,
away from my
his deal
gang
was like with mine. Oh no,
disband.
you're talking his
Right,
story.
right. Yeah, so we did pull your story into it.
Yeah,
didn't
we did. We played it out,
Right.
and we had a confrontation and all that stuff. So
Right.
it worked
Yeah,
out.
I was. It's much easier if I were to say, "Hey, here's where you guys. This is the MacGuffin you guys want to get. Go get it." And then you guys go and you work through your way and you get it. But I keep on trying to do. Okay, what does he want to do? What does she want to do? And it's sometimes I forget people what they're doing, and it makes me feel like, oh shoot, I screwed over Mark because he didn't get enough time with his thing. But
No,
um,
you did plenty with mine, so I'm happy.
all right. And Cole, we got yours was the yeah that's right. Yours was the book.
Yeah, that's everyone.
You just gave it up. You just gave it up for what?
Dirty,
Traded
little
one
dirty
means
girl
for
just
another.
Gave it up.
Godlike intelligence.
Yeah, you're probably of the age, Cole. So you gave it up. Do you know who Jimmy Neutron is?
I grew up on Jimmy Neutron. Yeah.
Okay, that was a brain blast right there.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys got any other questions? Anything you want to talk about?
You want to talk about what's coming next then?
Yeah,
What's
on
coming
the
next?
horizon?
That's
Yeah.
excellent. So right now we are definitely playing Pathfinder, and we're gonna be losing Chris. So I have somebody that I believe would be really good. I don't know if he's going to fit in with this group too well because he's a thinker and he kind of tries to plan things out. It's really weird. I don't know how that is, but
What are you saying?
I'm saying
Saying
that
we're
you
dumb
don't.
sons of bitches.
That yeah, I know. I caught the shade.
Oh, all
When
right.
I have to stop you all in the middle of fighting the fire giants when you're all running in 4 different directions to say, hey, you may want to concentrate fire before you die. You guys don't always think of it. Right?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stand
So-
by in that fight. I told everyone to concentrate fire.
Yeah. Well, but not everybody listens.
But
So
you're
we
losing
are
Chris.
going to
50 episodes, but I remembered.
So we are going to continue on with our Pathfinder. We are
That'll be weekly then. We're just going to continue that
yes.
ongoing.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Crap. My internet cut out.